Welcome in, everyone, to the All Valley 707 here, the Impact Center at Smith Station High School. Beautiful facility. Weather could not be any better in here. And I got Mr. Football himself, our resident football analyst. We call him Frosty. We call him Big Mike. We call him the Dude. What up, man? How are you? And can you believe it? We're calling a football game right now, man.
The Dude abides right now, man. It's a beautiful day out here, like you said. Look at that throw right there, down there.
That's going to be in for a touchdown for Columbus High. They get it off with a bang. Columbus and Smith Station playing right now, Mike. 7-on-7. Unfortunately, for those that are watching, some like Smith Station do have numbers. We don't have roster. Most of the teams are just wearing T-shirts with no numbers on them. So we will not be calling players' names. We're just going to be talking about and reacting to the plays and kind of discussing what this does. Good play there by Columbus High. What are you looking forward to in this, man, all day for this 7-on-7? And what are the coaches trying to get out of it, Mike?
Mainly what you're looking for is like the route tree as far as what your receivers can do, what kind of hands they have out there, whether they can battle in coverage, whether they're able to get to the ball, kind of win 50-50 balls. Defensively, you're looking at your shell out there with the defensive backfield, making sure everybody's good in coverage. If you have the zone, make sure they're communicating. It's not a real loud atmosphere, so you can hear if your safeties and corners are actually talking to one another out there. That time, Columbus was able to get a quick strike down the middle, get it past the safety. The guy got behind the safety, so that'll be something you'll see Coach Harrison talk about here later on in the ball game.
They're going to go for two, and guess what? They're going to get it. Robert Peters and staff go down and score on the opening drive, and obviously Coach Peters' team having a new quarterback this year. Spivey graduated, that three-headed monster in the running and defense of last year. You're wondering now if they're going to be a little bit more on tempo. Robert, it's a 1 point, sorry, 7-0. Robert Peters, obviously, now he's established a foundation.
Mm-hmm.
They went 7-3 last year, lost the first round of the playoffs. Now it's building off that and being consistent with it, Mike.
Yeah, and one of the things we're going to look at with Robert Peters as they go on defense, you're going to look at that Mike linebacker out there, Gavin Brown. He was one of their impact players before he got injured last year.
And he looks like a stud, no
Yes,
doubt. You can tell. Good throw. And a nice job there by Smith Station. They'll move up the chain. So let's talk about the rules, Mike, here while they're doing this. Ball we place will be 40 yards in length. The field will be. Each team is guaranteed 4 games. All games will be 20 minutes in duration, as you see the clock, and we will begin on schedule. If it goes to overtime, Mike, guess what? Each team gets 1 opportunity at the 5-yard line. Game rules, officials will enforce the 40-second play clock. Players ruled down by one-hand touch. Quarterbacks have 4 seconds to release the football, and defense are limited to 7 players on the field at all times. Running plays are not permitted.
Yeah, exactly. No blocking up there. You won't have any linemen. You just got the center snapping the ball, and that's about it. But
you know, and I asked Blair, I'm like, Blair, you run a wing T offense and a 7-on-7. What are you trying to learn? He's like, well, we do have passing situations, so I want to make sure we can do that. But more importantly, my defense needs to see teams that can throw the ball because that's who we're playing against. So more importantly, he's trying to make this for his defense than anything.
yeah, exactly. You got to get a little bit. It's just a little bit of experience out here during the summer, and another one right there caught in the end zone for a touchdown for Smiths.
Hey, returning their quarterback.
And he's looking pretty good right now as well.
Your quarterback from last year, right? Owen Thomas, who returns from last year, had a really good game in Shaw when we called that. And Blair believes in him. He's got an arm. Obviously very efficient at running the Blair Harrison system. But Owen there going straight down the field for an easy touchdown, trying to go for the extra point. Wide open. He's going to throw a jump pass. I don't know what the defender was thinking. And Blair Harrison saying, come on, baby, let's go. Hey,
There you go.
we got to pump up Blair Harrison here on 7-on-7, 7-7. And it's now Columbus High's turn. As when you were a coach, Mike, what are you trying to get out of this? What's your ultimate goal with something like this?
Well, my main thing is the defensive side of it. Like the offensive side, you don't really have any touch. There's not a whole lot of tackling. There's not a whole lot of interior things going on with no linemen in the ball game. So defensively, you want to look at your secondary, whether it be your linebackers or your defensive backfield with the safeties in the corners. You want to make sure everybody's in line, everybody's in tune. Because when you go out here for these 7-on-7s, it's not a whole lot of man-on-man. You're going to play a lot of zone, make sure everybody's in their spots. You see a couple people already getting beat, getting topped off over there on the backside by Columbus earlier.
What's your quarterback saying, real quick?
Robert Peters.
So you want to be able to see these guys make
Quarterback
plays.
Robert Peters, by the way, Mike.
And a nice little throw right there. Just couldn't quite.
And by the
handle
way,
it.
that is Coach Peters' son.
Yes, it is. I was thinking. I was thinking when he said that.
So, Coach getting to coach his son is a pretty unique moment. So we got Robert Peters Jr. out there at quarterback right now.
Out there slinging the peel right now. I got that one big one earlier for the touchdown on the first drive.
Coach wasn't happy about the drop pass there. Robert's done a great job, man. Taking over Phil
Oh,
Marino. Never easy. Guy that was there for a long time.
Yeah.
But in 2 years, in my opinion, he was the coach of the year last year.
Oh, yeah,
Did an amazing
exactly.
job. And looking forward to seeing his son now being at the quarterback position.
You see him going in motion in the backfield here. Mainly going for the right side. Kind of went past the time
And
there.
that's 4 seconds, yep.
You saw like the right side was more the priority on that one. You saw him kind of looking that way. The two guys on the left side kind of went out of their spots and stood.
You got to have
those 50 that one half the field concept they had on that play.
quick thinking. You got to be able to process, which allows these quarterbacks, they're going to have to do that within the game, which is why
Exactly.
they said 4 seconds. And now it's going to be third down.
And you look at it, once you get to that elite level of competition, a lot of the times you can hear it when you hear some of the ball games, watch some of these other ones, whether it's college or pro as well. About 2.5 to 2.8 seconds is a lot of the time when the quarterback releases the football. So kind of want to get under that. If you start getting to hold on to it a little bit longer, that's when you're going to get taken down in the backfield during the real contest.
3 downs to reach the 25-yard line, 3 additional downs to reach the 10, and then 3 downs to score. So you basically got about 9 plays to get a touchdown. That's right over the middle and in and out. That is a beautifully thrown ball by Robert Peters, and that will be a turnover, and Smith Station will take over here 7-7. That's a great ball. You got to build that in if you're the receiver.
Yeah, that was a beautiful one right there. Just like the first one. I mean, he's got 2 drop passes on that last drive right there by Columbus, but one of them was very well defended and kind of knocked the ball out of the hands of the receiver. That last one just threw the wickets, fell to the ground, and now Smith Station gets to take back over, try to get a lead here in their own house.
Owen Thomas will step up. Playmaker, got an athlete, got some legs on him, obviously can run. And we're starting to see that arm here through this 7-on-7. Look at that beautiful throw, and that's going to be an easy touchdown for Smith Station. And how about that pitch and catch, Mike?
Oh, yeah, you saw a little bit of a defensive miscue there in the backfield as you saw the safety kind of come up that post pattern on the left side. He was wide open when the safety, so he just went over the top with it. Quick strike, got the touchdown and the lead.
Patient, beautiful accuracy. Smith Station takes the lead. I was going to ask you who was going to be your favorite coming into this. I do think the Panthers are up there. I also think Spencer, because Kegler and them left throwing the football, and this is right up their alley, and they usually win these 7-on-7. But, you know, like Harris County, it's a lot of predominantly run-heavy teams.
Yes,
Harris County, Columbus, and Smith Station. So I'm interested in seeing how the passing game is going to look for those programs.
I kind of see Harris County going a little bit more towards the pass concept
now
this
with
year.
Coach Opeza coming in, look
and
at
you've
that.
got Harrison back there at quarterback, the young kid.
Yep. And
his father was also a quarterback at Harris County, but he came in last year late in the season and was really throwing the pill well throughout the last half.
And Coach Orpeza coming from Northside, a guy that, remember, had the best season in Northside history in 2022, won 11 games and made the playoffs, won the region, went 9-1 in that region, by the way, and now made the playoffs the year after, didn't make it last year, and he's the offensive coordinator up at Harris County. Great mind, and him and Watson, that's a pretty elite coaching staff for the county.
Yeah, it is, and especially with them moving up to 5A this year.
Yep, they're definitely going to need it because if you look in that region, Creekside.
That's actually
that's Northside.
Yeah, Northside's got Creekside, Langston Hughes, all those guys up north, Woodward Academy. A lot.
I want to know who had something against Northside when they did that.
Exactly.
I feel for you,
Not
Morgan
just to move
Ingram.
them up to 6A.
What are you doing?
Yeah, not just to
What
move them
are
up to
you doing?
6A, but to put them in that region with that squad.
Come on.
The closest team in that region is Noonan, and that's an hour and 10-minute drive.
So you're
from school to
driving
school.
2 hours to potentially
Exactly.
play teams that could give you a run for your money.
Yeah, a little bit of a might be some mercy rules, some running clocks. But
Robert Peters Jr. in at quarterback for Columbus High. They're down by 7. He's got to get rid of it, and he has to just throw it in the dirt. Nobody open. Great defense there by Smith Station, Mike.
yeah, it was, especially over the middle right there. You kind of see that on both sides right now. And right with Columbus, the last couple of possessions, they like to go over the middle, it seems. The first time it worked out for them, these last 2 possessions, Smith Station's really started to condense right there between the free safety and the linebackers, and it's really made a lot of traffic. Saw right there, mainly basically triple coverage on the receiver when Peters made that throw. had a couple guys open on the left side that he just kind of missed. I think he got worried about waiting that 4 seconds and getting the whistle blown.
So Coach Peters is letting another guy step up and call plays right now.
Okay, new quarterback.
New offense coordinator.
Got a young mind out there.
Peters, 3-step drop. Just going to dump it down to the running back. Makes one good move, but it's a one-hand touch, and he don't go far.
A little slap to the face mask, stopped it.
Now they have about 14 yards. They got to get to the 25. They're at the 39 on this last down, or it will be a turnover back to Smith Station.
If I was right now, you got a running back in the backfield. I'm running 2 posts on the outside and having that running back come out on the wheel. See if they're going to cover that one well enough, and you can get an easy 15 to 20 yards on a good wheel route if you've got a running back that's quick enough.
We'll have Lochapoka and Spencer coming up next. Right now, Spencer and Shaw are playing on field 1. We're only going to get here in the impact. There's multiple games going on, and we'll update you throughout the afternoon. And that one's almost intercepted.
Great coverage.
And Peters and Columbus High struggle there. And how about the defense from Smith Station right now, man?
Yeah,
after that opening drive, they've been elite.
Yeah, that first drive by Columbus, they were able to get downfield and score on one throw. These last 2 possessions, that defense is really hunkered down. They play great out on the outside and over the middle. So good things for Coach Harrison to look at here going into the fall. As you see, number 2 right there going out to the left slot. He's the one who made that last play on the defensive backfield.
Blair Harrison trying to be funny right now, showing everybody the play. Owen Thomas and the Panthers. Wide open again, and good move by Emil, and he'll be taken down. Nice job by Owen Thomas, and he's just patiently waiting. But those routes that they keep running, the post routes, man, they've been working literally since they started.
Oh, yeah, that was a nice little cut across there by the slot. Made a nice little move to get a couple extra yards there. You kind of see the quickness. If I'm Coach Harrison, I'm kind of getting excited, like maybe we can throw the ball a little bit more this year. Looking good on offense so far. 2 scores already for the Panthers and looking to get a third right here on this drive. Still just a yard shy of that 25-yard line.
6 minutes and change, and a wide open touchdown. The receivers are just giving it to Columbus High DBs right now, and it's 20-7.
And you can see the little bit of the athletic prowess on the outside there. A little bit more size, a little bit more speed for Smith Station right now. Let's see what Columbus can do to try to combat that. They can try to work on some coverage, maybe get a little bit more press out here. Kind of slow down these receivers off the line. Seems like they're just kind of just running free once they get across that line of scrimmage. They're going to go for the extra point here now. As you see Columbus's offense getting ready to come out here.
Going for 1 again.
See right slot going in motion to the left there.
He ain't got a lot of time, got to get rid of it.
And picked off in the end zone.
Good defense there by Columbus to at least stop the extra point, but it's 20-7, and Smith Station needs to hurry. Columbus High needs to hurry if they want to make a comeback with 5 minutes and counting here in this one.
Yeah, we'll see what Peters has cooked up. You got another offensive coordinator out here ready to call plays. Kind of giving it's not just practice for the players, it's practice for the coaches too right now here during the summertime before they get to the fall camp. Try to see which coach kind of gels a little bit more, who's able to take advantage of situations and kind of learn from opportunities and see if they can take advantage here.
And that one almost intercepted again, Mike.
Yeah, that was a beautiful one right there. Good defense again by the Panthers. You can see them kind of dropping back into that, almost like a, not quite a Tampa 2. The linebacker didn't drop back with them, but you saw the cover 2 go back. The safeties drop back in the backfield across the hashes, and those corners are like, all right, so I got the flats and up close here, so I'm just going to go ahead and take advantage, and he jumped on that route and almost took it.
Coach Peters has got multiple guys calling plays here, taking turns. Peters gonna go deep, and nice pass. Gotta catch it there. And if he had hauled it in, he may have scored a touchdown, Mike.
Yeah, that's one of those. That's another one. That's probably 3 drop passes we've seen from Columbus receivers right now. Yes, all 3 have been in traffic, but Peters, you got to give him credit. He's threading the needle right now because he's putting it over the linebackers in front of the safeties into the hands of those receivers, and they're just not able to hold on to it. That's another big thing about being a receiver is being able to have that focus when hands and helmets are in the way. And you see that ball come through, you got to be able to latch on to it and go upfield. This will be their 3rd opportunity here on this drive to get to the 25-yard line. See him going trips to the left.
Mike, Columbus has not scored a touchdown since the opening drive. Smith Station's had really good defense. Hell, they hadn't even got a first down since that opening drive, and finally one over the middle and catching it. And it'll be pushed down at the 20, and that will reset the downs, and they'll have 3 more to get to the 10.
Yeah, a little bit of a delayed pass on that one, a little bit of a delayed route right there as he kind of came across the middle, drag route. Was able to get a little bit of a slight opening there. Good throw by Peters to get it to him. Good catch to be able to hold on to that one. Almost the same route as that last pass play, just from left to right instead of right to left.
Under 3 minutes here. Peters rolls to his left. Looking, wide open. Toe drop. Peters has thrown some dimes. He threw it the only place that his guy could catch it. Hits him in the hands. You got to reel that in, Mike. You got to make a play for your quarterback.
I got to give it up for that DB right there. Coming across, kind of stayed home on that backside, and then he saw the pass, was able to play center field. Came over there, did his job, jumped up, knocked the ball out of the receiver's hands. We'll have to find out who number 4 is later on, but that was a beautiful defensive play by that safety in that corner for Smith Station. Just last second, he kind of did his job right there. Had nobody to cover, more of a zone concept downfield, and he was able to get across there and knock the ball away.
2 minutes. And catching it, they touch his helmet, and that's all you have to do. You just have to touch him. 3rd down.
They got to get to what, the 10-yard line?
Yeah, got to get to the 10. That's about 5 yards. And at this point, Columbus is just trying to get a touchdown and make it respectable.
See a substitution coming in. One of the Smith Station Panthers limping to the sideline there. Maybe caught a little bit of a cramp, it seemed, as he goes off to the side.
Throw, caught. And they're going to say he was down.
Seemed like it was a little bit of an early tap there.
Yeah,
he tapped him before the ball got in his hands.
Yeah, I think that's what I was thinking too.
If I was a DB and I saw that happening, I'd be like, I'm tapping everybody before the ball
Yeah,
gets in the air.
You're automatically down.
Go ahead and make the catch. I'm going to tap you beforehand. See, 40 seconds and counting here left to go, and Smith Station probably trying to get a quick strike. Extend this lead here before the ball game's over. Brody looking to throw down the field, down the middle there, and caught down to the ground here. About 15 seconds left. It's a good chance right now for Smith Station to work on that with 2-minute offense. As you see him hurrying downfield, under 10 seconds to go. Let's see if they can get a play off before it blows the whistle. Not looking like it's going to happen. 5 seconds as we're going down. They're just going to walk it on off there. They just tried to hurry up, but they knew it wasn't going to happen. So Smith Station takes the first one here against Columbus High School as they get it 20-7, 3 scores. Columbus was able to score on that first play of the ball game. Unable to do much more offensively after that.
Hey, great win for Smith Station. So that's 1-0 for them. Columbus goes to 0-1. Top two teams from each pool. Smith Station, Columbus, and Harris County in Pool A. Spencer, Lochapoka, and Shaw in Pool B. We'll take a quick break. When we come back in about 10 minutes, we're going to have Lochapoka and Spencer.
We get to see the Indians for the first time.
Indians and Kegler coming up next here on Georgia Alabama Sports Live.
Hello, everybody. This is DJ Jones with the Sports Visions Morning Show for the best in local, regional, and national sports news. Weekdays from 6 a.m. to 9 a.m.
You can find the Sports Visions Morning Show on Facebook, YouTube. Also, you can listen to us on Apple and Spotify by typing in the Sports Visions Morning Show and download the Sports Visions radio app right now in your app store today.
Sports Vision 92.1. We are your hometown sports guys.
At Jack Houston Memorial Hospital, our focus is you. Even though we performed more than 1,300 joint replacements last year, we treat you like you are our only patient. Your surgeon explains your joint replacement, so nothing is a surprise. Our team knows your treatment plan, and we work together to get you back on your feet again. That's why our hospital is recognized year after year as a leader in patient satisfaction and quality of care. Jack Houston Memorial Hospital. Excellence, always.
Hey everybody, hot summer prices have dropped at Glenn Smith Chevrolet in Opelika. Drive home today in a brand new Chevy Silverado with savings up to $15,000 off MSRP. Or get 0% financing for 60 months. Need more power? New Silverado 2500 HD with savings up to $12,000 off MSRP. Or get 4.9% financing for 60 months. Glenn Smith Chevrolet in Opelika. Get ready to smile.
Life's a cruise, that's the move.
Welcome back, everyone. Thrift Behringer here live from Smith Station. It's the All Valley 7-on-7. It's the Green Wave's turn. Time to see the maestro, Kegler, Joseph Kegler, longtime Spencer coach. All he does is make the playoffs every year. They're going to be in a new classification, new region again. Mike Frost joining us here in just a moment. Elijah Fudge, there he goes, and gets it out to the scat back. And you see what Spencer does. They got a lot of speed on their team, Mike Frost.
Yes, they do. They are quick. They are fast. And Elijah Fudge is one of the best quarterbacks in the area. A lot of experience last year. A lot of athleticism. Can sling it.
Between him and Broughton Branch.
Yeah.
Both those, I think, could probably have the best statistics moving forward for next year. Obviously, they have the best returning stats from last year.
Oh, and Keg, he relies on Fudge a lot with that offense, and for a reason. That one just a little bit ahead of the receiver that time in the end zone. He had him beat on the backside there. Got over the top, just a little bit off on the throw. But you can see the arm strength of Elijah Fudge there. Lochapoka, small school in Alabama. The athletes, not so small as you look at those linebackers out there.
Yeah. 1A school, but on their shirt it says, poke around and find out. Oh, intercepted.
And he stared down Fudge. I wanted to get that guy's name as soon as I saw him out there on the field. Just looks like an athlete out there at linebacker. Now he'll switch over to offense.
And a great pass there. I mean, Kegler said that was Coach Kegler blamed that more on the receiver. He said he didn't run the right route and kind of forced the hand of Fudge there.
And you'll see the quarterback for Lochapoka out here, Hayden Lipscomb, manning the helm for the offense for the Indians. Looking to the right, sling it over to the flat there. Getting upfield. We got about close to 10 yards that time. Up to about the 32.
They're a 1A powerhouse, man. Lochapoka wins in 1A. Small school in Alabama. Just learned about them. I know, Mike, you'll try to find information from last year's team. Mike's already got his phone.
Trying to get a little research in here. Went 8-4 last year in football. Made it to the second round of the playoffs.
Nice.
See some of these teams they've played down there. You see Lipscomb slinging it over to the left side. Good defense, though. As you see the cornerback converge in there and get there right when the ball got there. Knocked the ball out of the receiver's hands that time.
Third down, Mike. They got to get at least to the 25 for a first down if you're just joining us.
Yeah, they got about 7 yards to go here. Rolling to the left there, sling out just a little bit ahead of that receiver. He'll drop to the ground as we got one turnover and one turnover on downs, and Spencer will come out for the second time now with Fudge at quarterback.
Spencer playing up a classification next year. Mike, we talked about this here in 4A. You'll be on the show tomorrow, and we've already talked the private schools. We're going to talk Muskogee County schools tomorrow. We've hit on Carver a lot. We're going to talk about Spencer, Hardaway, Columbus, and Shaw. They're playing in 4A next year, which makes no sense. There's a region that's got Upson Lee, Troup County, and schools within 45 minutes of them. No, let's put them in another region, and let's add Cairo, Bainbridge, Westover, and Monroe to the region with all the Columbus schools.
Yeah, see, that kind of reminds me of back in the day, as that was deep pass right there, caught in the red zone. Good throw by Fudge over the middle, got it over the top of the safety.
But hey,
they used to do it that way. I remember back in probably about 10, 12 years ago, it was a lot of the times with the region set up, it'd be Columbus, Albany. They try to match up.
And I will tell you, Mike, they avoid Carver in their region.
Yes, they do.
But they got Bainbridge, who, by the way, just added Jamie DeBose. So Jamie DeBose will make his way back to this area with Bainbridge.
Fudge rolls to the right, throws in the flat, touchdown into the end zone. First score of the ball game here with 15:45 to go and counting.
You can tell Spencer wants to get Fudge on his feet. He's a quick thinker. He likes playing with his legs, and you're seeing there when he rolls out, he's about as lethal as they come.
Yeah, and you can see some of the times with some of these younger quarterbacks coming up, even at the college level, throwing on the run. They're more dangerous and more accurate sometimes than throwing from the pocket. And Fudge looks like he's one of those guys right here. And slings it kind of a Dondrell Pinkins style that plays for South Carolina off the chest of the receiver. And now we've got Lochapoka getting ready to come back out on offense with Hayden Lipscomb at the helm. Let's see if they can convert here after getting a 3 and out last time. See if they can try and get a score and try to get at least a tie ball game, maybe even take the lead with an extra point as Spencer. The receiver dropped it as Elijah Fudge hit him with the chest there. A little bit of a full 100% throw from about 6 yards. Lipscomb drops back, looks over the middle. He's got a guy, and he just overthrows him that time. Had him open, kind of twisted him up there on his right. You saw him kind of turn left and right. Unable to gauge the football, unable to get to it, and it drops. Lipscomb will be a first-year starter, as last year it was Carter who led the offense for the Indians. KJ Carter graduates this year. Now they move on. As they're more of a running football team. They had 3,200 yards on the ground last year to compare to 1,000 through the air. So see if maybe they try to change up the offense here, try to balance it out with Lipscomb at quarterback. And he kind of slings that one. Strong arm again, a little flick of the wrist, but overthrows his receiver for the second time this drive. Like I said earlier during that first game we had here with Smith Station and Columbus, if you're a coach, you want to look at basically what your defense is going to look like in these 7-on-7s. The offense, I mean, you can pretty much run free. You don't have to, the quarterback doesn't have to worry about getting chased down. They can kind of scan the field, make the throw as long as it's under 4 seconds. But defensively, you want to make sure, especially if you're going to be in zone coverage, that these DBs are communicating with one another. You see the linebackers drop back. You got one in the flat there. A little bit of a Tampa 2 that time as the linebacker dropped all the way back with the safeties. And it's going to be another throw. A little bit errant that time by Lipscomb as he's trying to get his bearings underneath him here this morning. Another 3 and out for the Lochapoka Indians. Like I said, they've got the athletes, 8-4 last year, so you got 2 playoff teams going against one another right now. Spencer making it in 2A in the GHSA. Came in 3rd in the region behind Carver and Sumter County this past year. 2 state semifinalist teams. And throw out to the flat by Fudge. He's going to get out there to the sideline, make it to about the 28-yard line, so 3 yards shy of the first down. Again, got 3 attempts to get to the 25, 3 attempts from there to get to the 10, and then 3 to get into the end zone. We're down to about 12 minutes to go. We're clocking in on here in this ball game. As they go from the left hash there, you see double twins. You've got a back in the backfield just to the left of Fudge. Looking right, goes across the middle. That time he's going to be wide open. Gets down inside the 10, so it'll be 1st and goal for the Green Wave. As you see Fudge running it. As you can see, not just run heavy on offense, but Lochapoka looks like with those linebackers they have out there, that run defense is also just as stellar for the Indians. Roll to the right for Fudge. He's going to fake the throw. And then the receiver kind of went back and tried to follow the run by Fudge, kept his eyes on Fudge, broke away from the DB, unable to make the catch. But I believe they may have thrown the whistle for the 4-second violation, so that one null and void. As we're closing in on about halfway through this one. Still 6-0, Spencer with the lead over Lochapoka. See if they can try and extend that lead. Is it exactly what we want to say now? I'm just going to call that one. That's a little Eric Metcalf looking receiver out there for Spencer. As he was able to elude the defenders, get behind the safety that time, just couldn't get it in his hands as it went through. As they go 4 receivers to the right, you've got one by himself on the left-hand side here on the short side of the field. And tried to do a little bit of an arrow right there, a little slant. off the arrow that time over the middle. Just overthrew him that time. And it's going to be another turnover on downs here in this ball game. And Spencer still with a 6-0 lead, but Lochapoka taking back over now from the 40. Looks like we may have a new quarterback in the ball game here for Lochapoka. See what kind of arm this young man has here as they go double twins to start off. One back in the backfield. They're going to move him over to the right side there. Make it trips to the right. Lone receiver to the left and one back in the backfield next to the quarterback. In for his first drive of the ball game for the Indians. Little dump off throw that time. Gets it up to about, let's see where they're going to mark that one, the 32-yard line. So an 8-yard throw and a little dump off over the middle. First positive play for Lochapoka in quite a while there. The first two drives being 3 and outs on a lot of balls that were overthrown. Good arm by Hayden Lipscomb, just didn't have the accuracy today. Young man here might not have the arm of Lipscomb, but maybe he has the better accuracy. You see him rolling to the right this time, looking, dumps it off again. Just finds the open receiver, dumps it off to him in the backfield. And it's going to be a first down now for Lochapoka as they get inside the 20, or right at the 20-yard line now. So through 2 throws, 20 yards in his first drive of the ball game. As they'll go back, double twins here, running back, set to the left of the QB. Scanning. And the 4-second violation. As you saw him kind of pump to the left, tried to scan, started to the right, started to make taking a little bit too long to make his reads that time. As he got to the left side, went to make the throw. Whistle was blown just as he was getting ready to release it, and he kind of held on to that one. So 7:25 to go and counting here in the ball game. Still 6-0 Green Wave. Good defense, good coverage, but he beats the DB in the back and he makes it to the end zone for the touchdown, and Lochapoka scores for the first time today to tie this one up. And it's going to be 6-6, and they'll go for the extra point to see if they can try to take the lead as we go under 7 minutes to go in the ball game. It should be 6-6. I'm not sure who hit what on the scoreboard there. Still saying 7-6 in favor of the Green Wave, but they didn't get the extra point earlier. So Lochapoka with the extra point attempt as they start from the left hash, trying to take the lead here. And as he's able to hold on to that one in the back of the end zone, open across the middle. Coming up the hash that time. And Lochapoka takes a 7-6 lead over Spencer as Elijah Fudge and the offense makes their way back out to the 40. As they'll start off with trips to the right, they'll go 5 wide. No back in the backfield for the Green Wave here. Good defense on the left side. Fudge looks over to the right. He's got somebody open in the flat, and he'll get him for about 6 yards down to the 34. As we're closing in on 5:45, getting down to about 5.5 minutes to go here in the ball game, as Spencer needing a score to try to get the lead and the win here against Lochapoka. Now they go back double twins. Running back offset to the left of Fudge. He'll go out to the flat, swing pass. And he'll get tapped around the 26, so still just a yard shy of a reset of downs. And they've got one more attempt to get 1 yard and get down to the 25-yard line to keep the drive going. You see Coach Kegler out there. Calling out the plays, talking to his offense, making sure everybody's in the right position. Double twins again. Roll to the right by Fudge. Looking back left, and there's going to be a 4-second violation. It's going to be a turnover on downs by the Green Wave. And with 4:45 to go in the ball game, Lochapoka takes back over with a 1-point lead. As you see Coach Kegler talking to Fudge right now, trying to get him to get his head in the ball game there. Just a mental mistake by his captain of the offense there for Spencer. Yes, this is mainly a training thing, but still, when you're a competitive athlete, you want to win no matter what you're doing. And right now, Kegler wanting to get this win against the 1A team out of Lee County in Alabama, the Lochapoka Indians, as they look to try and shock the Green Wave with a victory here today in 7-on-7. A dump off again by the quarterback that time, down to about the 32, 33-yard line. Done a good job so far. He's been able to throw, I believe he's 5 for 5 since he's come into the ball game here. Let him down in his first drive, the last drive of the ball game for Lochapoka. He came in for Hayden Lipscomb, drove him down to give Lochapoka the lead, and now starting this one off with another completion. As they get the signals here, trips to the left, one single out to the right. Got a roll left, going to dump it into right around the hash there. Going to be another catch and another first down for the Indians. Down to the 19-yard line. They can get a score here. They can pretty much seal the victory in their game against the Green Waves. And I don't know if they still do it, but I know when I played in the 90s, we used to mess with some of our Spencer friends that we played against. That they were the Green Waves. They had an owl for a mascot. We were always trying to figure out what that reasoning was behind that. Not sure if they still use the owl as a mascot or not. I think they just adopted the Green Wave. You see the S on the chest, like Superman with the tidal wave going over it. As it'll be second down now, as they got to get to the 10-yard line. They're around the 17. Throw to the right, round around the hash. Good athletic catch there to get in front of the DB and make the grab in the air. And they'll move the ball over near the hash on the right side this time. Clock ticking down towards 2 minutes. Lochapoka can try to seal it here. Maybe just get a first down here. I don't know if you can run out the clock in 7-on-7, but that would be funny to try to get the victory there and just quarterback just gets the snap and downs it in the backfield. And dumped off to the right. It's going to be a catch. Can he get to the end zone? No, but he will get down inside the 5.
That was a big play, Mike. And how about Lochapoka getting a touchdown here? Be big.
Yeah, we knew the starting quarterback coming into this one was Hayden Lipscomb. We didn't get the backup there, but the backups come in and done a tremendous job against this Spencer defense. Not trying to do too much with it, not trying to get the big throws downfield, just finds the open receiver and hits him. He doesn't care if it's 7, 8 yards. It's positive, and that's what matters. That's what you kind of want to see out of your leader of the offense there, and he's really starting to impress me right now against this Spencer defense. I believe that may be his first incompletion since he's come into the ball game. Threw that one into traffic, batted away by the defenders for Spencer. Under a minute to go now. Let's see if Lochapoka can try to put one more in the end zone before the ball game ends. Looking. Right over the middle that time. They're going to say he threw it. I believe after the whistle was blown. I heard a whistle. I'm not sure if he threw it in time. I think they're going to call it a touchdown. They're going to say he was releasing it as the whistle was blown. And it's going to be a score for Lochapoka, and they go up 13-6. So they'll go for the extra point now. 15 seconds left. They can pretty much just let the clock run down. But they're going to get one more in there and try to make it 14-6 now before the ball game ends. Drop back, looking to the right, throws it into the flat, and it's going to be a touchdown. Little Wes Welker style across the goal line. And it's 14-6. Lochapoka gets the win over Spencer here in Game 2 in Impact here at Smith Station High School at the indoor facility. As we get ready for Game 3, it'll be coming up at 10:30. It'll be Smith Station taking on Harris County. And you hear Thrift back on the call there. And I'll be with him as we take a little break here. We'll be ready at 10:30 here on Georgia Alabama Sports Live. Smith Station versus Harris County coming up at Impact.
Station. And we get to see new offensive coordinator, Coach Andrew Orpeza, and his Tigers offense here. Nice pass from Harrison.
Yeah, nice little throw there from Harrison. Made the throw out to the flat, made the big play.
I didn't even get to bring that in. I was saying, sorry, I muted myself. New offensive coordinator, longtime Northside coach, Andrew Orpeza for the Harris County Tigers. We're seeing Harrison there with a pass and catch. We even got Coach McDaniel, used to be Jordan's coach, out there right now helping out with Harris County. So
Yeah, I see him
two
out there,
former
too.
Muskogee County guys coaching with County Tigers.
Yeah, bringing them up to the north side of Muskogee.
Harrison, nice pass, and
Yeah, nice throw that time across the hash.
Mark Thomas. Good, brother.
See if they huddle back up here. See what they got called right here as they go to the right hash. Smith Station did a good job defensively in their first game of the day against Columbus High School.
All right.
And throw to
Oh, nice catch. Pushed out of bounds. Let's talk about Tommy Watson and his program. Made the playoffs 2 of the 4 years he's been there. Last year, kind of a rebuilding year. A lot of young talent. Playing a new region next year. Going to be tough. But Coach Watson upgrading some of his staff. And, the county is always growing. And they love their football team. And we'll see if they can continue that success they had 2 years ago.
Yeah, they've got some athletes out there. Let's see what they can kind of build on. Last year, you saw a little bit of an offensive change mid-season with Harrison coming in at quarterback, and he makes another good throw that time. But see what they have as far as culture-wise, as far as identity. I think that's what Coach Watson wants to see at this point in the year before they get to the fall practices and the fall camps. See what they have to work on and build on. Didn't bring quite the roster that some of these guys have. You see probably about 8 or 10 on the sideline now. Defensively, as Harrison looks to the left, goes back over the middle, picked off in the end zone. Good defense. The Smith Station's shown that all day today.
And that's a great interception. And you're right, man. Defense been elite for Blair Harrison.
Yeah, that's kind of what he wants to key on here. Not a real big throwing team offensively, but like you said earlier, they were bringing it in far as wanting to look at defensively. Playing in 7A in Alabama, you're going to go up against teams like Auburn, Central Phoenix City. You end up playing teams like Opelika, teams that like to throw the ball, have good athletes. So you want to get out here and make sure that you're having the right coverages in line. And Smith Station's looked well so far this day. First game, gave up an opening drive touchdown on a quick throw by Columbus and haven't given up a single point since. Snap back to throw across the middle, out of the hands of Tatum. As he kind of went a little bit alligator arms on that one, brought the hands in a little bit too quickly, unable to get the mechanics down and be able to make that catch. You can kind of work on practicing. When you talk growing up, you want the diamond hands as a receiver. Extend those arms out. I believe he may have heard that safety coming across. They have a good one at Harris County with Preston Jenkins, son of head softball and baseball coach Brandon Jenkins at Harris County.
Well, can I ask you, what's the benefit of doing this?
Let's see, they go 5 wide, does Smith Station, 3 to the right, and then now make it 4 as they motion the running back and going to get a false start this time. As one of the receivers on the right side got a little bit of a head start. And looks like they're going to go back, same formation. 5 wide. Let's see if they motion him back to the right again. And he will. So same play. They're going to get a repeat here. Looking to the right, throws it downfield. Looks like he's going to go over the top. Big play downfield as Tatum had the height advantage, was able to get up in the air, but good defense that time to be able to get in front of the receiver, make the play, bat the ball away before he can get his hands on it, make the grab for the touchdown. And Harris County causes the turnover on downs. We're 5 minutes into this contest. It's still scoreless as Harris County looks to take back over. Harrison back at quarterback. Looks like we're going to have 2 good defensive teams out here between the Panthers and the Tigers. And throw to the right side around the sideline. He's going to get tapped around the 15, it looks like. Down to about the 14-yard line. And it's going to be a first down for the Harris County Tigers. And Kyle Harrison with a good throw. I'm sorry, Caden Harrison. Kyle is his father's name, who was a former quarterback for Harris County. Mother also was a standout pitcher in softball, went on to play college as well. So 2 athletes as parents. Makes perfect sense that he'd be a great quarterback out here for Harris County. And snap back looking left, going to throw across the middle just over the outstretched hands of the receiver. Coming across on the slant from the outside. And we'll line up here again. Let's see what Harris County goes with.
Then I don't care.
It's going to be double twins with a back in the backfield.
I've already have a plan in place where I'm not going to be the
And the throw. Looks like we got a flag on the left side here. We're going to get defensive holding against Smith Station. Looks like they try to go press coverage over there on that side and got a little bit of a grab of the shirt of one of the Harris County Tigers, so they'll be able to maintain possession here down near the goal line. As they get ready to set up here, still down near about the – it's right near the goal line, actually, near about the 2. Looking left, and looks like we're going to get a 4-second violation. Good defense, good coverage in the backfield. Guess it's a 7-on-7 version of a coverage sack. And that's what Smith Station causes it now, and I believe it's going to be.
I've been impressed by the defenses so far here, Mike. So here, I'm going to give y'all some updates. Smith Station beat Columbus in first games 20-6. Spencer beat Shaw 6-0.
Good play in the backfield. Is a little push off.
And no call, and Smith Station's not happy.
Yeah, that was an athletic play by the receiver. He wasn't really getting pushed off. You didn't see the hands extend, but he was able to get a little bit of separation towards the end to make a big play in the corner.
By the way, Harris County beat Columbus 18-12. Lochapoka beat Spencer. So right now, Harris County undefeated, Smith Station undefeated. This is a big game here.
Yeah, this is who goes to the title after the crossover matches. We got the crossover matches coming up after this one. That's going to be where a team from either pool plays one another. Not going to have an effect on who makes it to the title game, but right now this one will. Throw across the middle for another one, and it's an extra point. And now Harris County with a 7-0 lead over the Panthers.
The Tigers going down the field. Harrison with a big play, and now guess what? It's Blair and Smith Station's turn.
Yes, it is. I believe, I'm not sure what the score was in Smith Station's game during game 2, but I know they went scoreless after giving up the touchdown on the first play of the ball game against Columbus. So that's a big one to get a score against this defense, especially to give yourself the lead. We're almost halfway through this contest, and Harris County looking to make it to the title game. And that'll be at 11:30 here inside the indoor facility at Smith Station High School. As they set up on offense now, 5 wide, 3 to the right, 2 to the left. Let's see if they motion them again. Nope. Going across the middle, see Tatum getting the seam and nobody open. You had the guy in the flat to the left, but he didn't look over that way at all. He was looking for the seam for Elijah Tatum, who was unable to get open. Good coverage in the backfield by Harris County.
Good coverage sack by Harris County there.
As I was there, the 7-on-7 version of a coverage sack. And now second down. Again, Smith Station needing to get to the 25 at least to be able to continue the drive. 3 opportunities to get to the 25, 3 to get down to the 10 from there, and then 3 to score if you get inside the 10. So no fourth down punts. It's just a literal 3 and out.
I like watch number 4 for Smith Station. He's caught a couple touchdowns. And, oh, nice play
Good
there,
throw.
Mike.
Yeah, that was a good throw that time to find him in the seam between the DB and the linebacker. Was able to get him in the corner near the 20-yard line. Found that little opening in the zone, zipped it through there. As you saw Tatum, number 4, like you were just talking about, going down the seam there towards the sideline, getting downfield, and kind of opened up that part of the coverage in the zone. And Smith Station gets to reset the downs. It's going to be first down as they go inside the 25. They're about the 23, it looks like. Line back up here again. 3 to the right, to the left, 2 to the right, so 5 wide again for the Panthers here. You got 2 spread out wide on the field side of the, and it's going to be thrown through the hands of Tatum.
And I know that's a frustrating thing for Blair Harrison. I mean, maybe a bit behind him, but that's got to be caught, brought in.
Yeah, it wasn't like he had to just contort his body at all. It was about right at face mask, and he just looks like he just lost focus there. Tried to probably thought about the end zone before the ball got in his hands. You see that a lot at this level. They kind of lose concentration a little bit. They know the green's right behind them, that to be able to get home into the end zone. And he kind of turned his body a little bit like he was going to cut upfield and try to score before the ball was secured, and that's what happens.
Thomas got to get rid of it.
And he does it.
Another coverage sack, Mike. I mean, what do you do at this point? Do you force the throw, or do you want to take the loss on down? What would you do?
Well, I think at this point, Coach Harrison's going to have to work with him as far as he's looking downfield.
Way
you
too
see
much.
number 27 right there. He's been the 2 times it's been a coverage sack, the 4-second violation. He's had the running back open in the flat on the left side. He's just not seeing him. You kind of want to go through those progressions. You've got it. You start with your priority. Then you work your way down through the secondary option, and then you come down and you still got the flats open. So go ahead and just dump it off, get the yards you can. Because now you're basically just starting back over from ground zero now as it's third down. So it's their last opportunity to get to at least the 10-yard line and try to secure something and try and get a score and tie this one up as they're down 7-0 to Harris County. And he goes deep again.
Jump ball. Oh, he comes down with it for a touchdown. That's just a jump ball, and that's mano-a-mano, Mike.
Got to love those 50-50 balls. Just leave it up. All right, who's going to win this one? And like you said, mano-a-mano, and end up Smith Station gets the victory on that throw downfield and gets the score.
Harris County DB mistimed that jump? 'Cause I feel like he was there, but the jump, I mean, it's not like he went up to the highest point. The receiver caught it in his chest. I just think it was mistimed by Harris County.
Yeah, it was, and that's one of the things you kind of see. We've heard it be talked about recently through some of the college coaches. Yes, you want the speed, you want the athleticism, but you hear of a lot of these college coaches, they want guys who know how to play like outfield and baseball to play DB. Because you can have all the speed and all the athleticism in the world, but if you can't judge the ball in the air, it's not going to help you at all defensively.
Extra point will be caught and good.
We're
tied at 7 now, baby.
Between 2 undefeated teams here as they're trying to get to that championship game. The good thing for Harris County and Coach Watson and Oropeza that they have the ball now with about closing in on 5.5 minutes to go here in the ball game. Can they take the lead and try to at least squander enough time to keep Smith Station being able to battle back? You see Harrison back at quarterback again here. Motion to the right. Over toward the sideline, just a little bit off. Because that was a timing route that time. Harrison just looked at a spot, threw it to it.
He's hoping the guy can get underneath it with his seed, but threw it too far ahead. But if you're Harris County right here, I mean, why not waste as much time as you can? You can waste 5 minutes. You would feel like you can, even in 7-on-7. Get a first down, redo it again, get another first down, then get down close to the end zone and try to run the clock out here.
Yeah, we've heard of 5-minute offenses when you're able to run the ball. Can you do it through the air?
Had a guy open over the middle, but number 10 from Smith Station may have had that interception if he had just one step closer.
Yep, got up, got a little bit of the, not quite a deflection, but just enough to off kilter on the receiver that time. Lose a little bit of the focus there as it was kind of dropped in. As they'll set back up here with Harrison in the gun. You got one back, 3 to the left, 1 to the right solo. Looking to the left is Harrison. Going downfield over the seam, and it's going to be almost picked off by the safety as he was tracking him down in coverage the entire time, and Harris County turns it over on downs. And now with 4 minutes to go in the ball game, Smith Station has it. Can they score here and try to clinch a berth into the title game that's going to be at 11:30? Again, after this one, we'll have a little bit of a crossover match. It'll be Harris County taking on Lochapoka. Coming up after this one. Again, that one won't have any bearing on who gets the seed in the title game. Dropping back to throw, looking right. Going, had a little DB drop and fall down there, and then he gets back up to make the play. But not before they cross the 25 and get a new set of downs. We're closing in on 3 minutes to go.
I love the timing there by Owen Thomas, Mike. And how about the defense? You got to stop there with County. A lot of low-scoring games. We had that 20-point game Smith Station had in round 1. But aside from that, no one scored more than 18. County scored that last game here. Low-scoring affair. Both defenses doing a lights-out job.
Yeah, most definitely right now. Smith Station looking good right now. Coach Harris, you know, we always know he's been around the ball, been around the game a long time. He knows how to coach.
How about Thomas? He's going to throw it deep. Got a man, and it's going to be almost intercepted.
They threw up another 50-50 ball between Tatum and the DB for Harris County. Both of them went up at the same time. Harris County able to knock the ball away here.
And I think that was Blair Harrison, what he was saying, to slow it down.
Yeah. Don't have to go.
I know you did jump ball last
Yeah.
time. You got lucky.
Yep.
Don't do it again this time.
Yep. Be smart. That's one of the main things you want out of your quarterback. Don't make mistakes. That's one of the things that you hear a lot about nowadays, that a lot of teams don't really take big chances offensively unless they have that elite athleticism on the outside. You want your quarterback just to be able to be safe, not turn the ball over. So you don't want to make those mistakes, and right now it's a good learning experience for Owen Thomas back at QB. Because like you said, I mean, Blair Harrison, usually a wing T offense, so now Owen Thomas getting a little time to just throw the pill around, doing a good job so far today. As they go 3 to the left, 2 to the right, 5 wide for the Panthers. Crossing over in the middle, and Thomas takes the coverage sack. Somebody ran the wrong route there. You saw 3 Panthers around the same area that time. A little bit of confusion on the route tree coming out of the 5 wides. And it'll be the last opportunity here, 3rd down.
And I'm just going to give you all this.
14 to go. As they got to get to the 10-yard line. They're still knotted up. We're closing down on 1 minute to go here in the ball game. Again, both teams undefeated. The winner of this game will go to the title game at 11:30. As Lochapoka and Shaw are taking on each other on the outside. Now it's going to be thrown, caught down near the goal line. Big catch as we're going down to 40 seconds. As you see Harrison trying to hurry the offense and get them down there. They're down inside the 5-yard line of Smith Station. They'll line up on the left hash. Can they get it right here with 30 seconds to go in the ball game? Snap back to Owen Thomas. Looking right. He's got a guy open on the left side. Throws it across, and it's going to be batted away.
Holy
It's going to be a hurry up. As you see everybody trying to hurry back to the ball here. You see Harrison trying to hurry, and we're down to 15 seconds to go in the ball game. And basically a semifinal match. Snap back to Thomas in time. Looking in the end zone. Looks right. Tosses it down towards the corner. Up in the air. Caught. Touchdown, Smith Station.
Right at the end of the game.
They're
Wow,
going to take the win here in the 7-on-7 matchup. Owen Thomas throws a dart in the corner of the end zone, and you
What
see
a
him
game.
celebrating in the end zone now. Smith Station just clinched a berth into the title match here at 11:30.
What a game. Lived up to the hype there, Mike.
Yes, it was. Big contest there. You had a 5A team out of the GHSA in Harris County, 7A in Alabama with Smith Station, as they ended up getting the win at home and moved to 3-0 on the day. As you see Harrison out there, he was clapping along, trying to hurry his team up. Good teaching moment, good coachable moment there. It was like a 2-minute offense, a little quick huddle, no huddle, get to the line, let's hurry up and run a play. And Owen Thomas, you had one receiver over on the left side here jumping up and down, open for the ball, but Owen Thomas saw the corner and threw a dart and just landed a little lawn dart in the corner of the end zone for the touchdown with the last second to give Smith Station the 13-7 victory. And we'll get ready for the next match coming up at 11 o'clock. The next game, it'll be Harris County taking on Lochapoka Indians. As Lochapoka, we saw beat Spencer just a game prior to this one. Harris County be back on here for back-to-back contest in the Impact. As we were watching the 7-on-7 Invitational here at Smith Station High School on Georgia Alabama Sports Live. We'll be back for the next one here at 11 o'clock. And welcome back, everybody. Here's the next game in the Impact, the indoor facility here at Smith Station High School. We got Harris County.
So this final round, all teams have played 3 games, and they all played against each other. So we know.
Lochapoka just lost to Shaw 13-7.
Oh, wow. So we don't know who's going to be in that
We don't know who's
championship
gonna be.
game. Holy smokes. I was going to say, we know Smith Station won Pool A. But Harris County and Lochapoka now, each team's playing a crossover for the other pool. We're going to have to find out who won that pool. Mike, who's going to be in that championship?
Yeah, we got to figure out who, because I believe if it might be, I think all 3 teams in Pool B are 1-1 so far. You see Cruz Hall, the freshman for Lochapoka, throws the interception there to turn it over. Good underneath coverage by the Harris County secondary. And we'll see the Harris County offense for the first time in this matchup as we're under 19 minutes to go here. Again, 20 minutes running clock and flag. Not flag. 7-on-7. As you'll see Harrison. As we got the backup quarterback in the ball game here for Harris County. Again, this one has no bearing on who makes it to the next round. And throw to the left side. He's actually going to get about 3. Now he got about 1 yard before he got tapped there. Brought down to the 39. Long throw over there in the flat from the right hash over to the left sideline. So second down. Still got about 14 yards to go to get to the 25. As we've got 3 trips right. Solo to the left with a back in the backfield. Looking right. Goes out towards the sideline. Good pass, good catch. And he'll get up to about the 26, 27-yard line. I think they're going to mark him down at the 26. There's still 1 more yard to go for Harris County. So 3rd and 1. 3 opportunities to get down to the 25. So we got 1 yard to go here to get that one. Again, looks like the second team offense on the field for Harris County here to start off against Lochapoka, who ended up winning against Spencer 13-7 or 13-6. There's another pass complete around the right hash to make it first down as he gets down to about the 14-yard line. Again, Lochapoka got the victory in the game earlier against Spencer, 13-7. Just lost in their previous matchup outside against Shaw, 13-7.
Hey, Frost, the Poka way is working.
Poke around and find out. That's what the Indians wear on their shirts.
And Lochapoka is a local team. They're just outside of Auburn.
Yeah.
They are in the coverage of the news stations, sports stations here in town. It just
beautiful throw into the end zone for a touchdown.
Is their head coach still Rico Newton?
I believe it's Hall.
It is Hall. So a couple of years ago during their media days that they have up in Opelika, he said state title or bust. They were a 1A school back then. They were a championship contender, but then they switched to 2A.
Yeah, 2A,
so now,
they went 8-4 last year.
They went 8-4, but they also played Glenwood this year.
Yeah. They played Lee Scott last year. They played teams like Reeltown, another great perennial playoff powerhouse in Alabama.
Reeltown, oof.
And the extra point attempt by Harris County is no good. And so it stays 6-0 here. Again, running clock in 7-on-7. We're under 16 minutes to go here in the ball game in the contest. Lochapoka 1-1 on the day. Harris County 2-1. Harris County just lost the previous matchup here in the facility to Smith Station on a last-second throw from Cohen Thomas. Again, we don't have rosters today for 7-on-7, no jerseys, no real numbers on most of the kids, so I appreciate some of the people letting us know what the names of the players are to make sure we get them correct. And the throw from Cruz Hall into the flat is going to be through and out of the hands of the receiver around the 35-yard line, so it'll be second down. As I believe, it looks like Harris County's possibly maybe the second team defense. I know they had a second team offense out there earlier. Harrison on the sideline from playing the quarterback, the starting quarterback for the Tigers this year. A couple of new implants on the coaching staff for Harris County. You've got
Andrew
Oropeza from
Yeah.
Northside. You've got Coach McDaniels from Jordan, 2 former head coaches last year in Muskogee County.
Yes, sir.
On the staff for Coach Watson at Harris County. That was a peel
Ooh,
thrown down,
what
a
a
dart on
dive.
the sideline down to the 10.
Of course, Lochapoka, they're one of their top prospects, J.C. Hart.
Yeah.
A couple of years ago, went to Auburn. Yeah,
They've got some athletes,
great.
especially you see the defense come out there. They have some size at linebacker, does Lochapoka. And you saw earlier they started off with Hayden Lipscomb at quarterback, but they brought in the freshman Cruz Hall during about the 3rd drive of their game against Spencer earlier in the contest here in Impact, and he's been in the ball game playing pretty much ever since. As he's going to throw that one. Does a good job so far. We saw Hayden Lipscomb, who started off, has the arm, has the rocket arm, has the rifle. But Cruz Hall just has that ability to find the open receiver. He's not afraid to dump it off and get 6-7 yards when he can. And sometimes that's all you need, because Lochapoka, not really a passing offense. Again, ran for over 3,200 yards last year as an offense, threw for 1,000. So they averaged about 100 yards passing a game, actually less if you factor in that they played 12 games last year. But throw to the left side, just out of the outstretched hands of the safety of Harris County, and it's going to be a touchdown for the Indians as they knock this one up at 6. So it'll be 6-6. And Lochapoka looks to take the lead with the extra point here with 13 minutes to go in the contest and try to get another win over a big 5A school in Georgia.
Yeah, Harris County in a new region as well as a new classification, gone to 5A. No more playing Northside during the regular season in region play.
That
They
is
don't
true.
play them this year, but I would say LaGrange is going to be their new rival.
Oh, yeah. And it's a close one. I mean, their rival,
Both
their
in
main
5A,
rival
yeah.
is always going to be Manchester. That's going to be their number one ever since, well, back whenever in the 90s when I was coming up, even before that, Manchester, Harris County was always the game everybody wanted to see to start the year off.
And that's who they open with.
Yep, and that's the big one there to keep that rivalry going between those two schools. You got Harris County, Meriwether County going against one another that started off in the fall. And now with this ball game knotted up at 6, Harris County looks to take back over. As we'll go trips to the right, one wide left solo here with the back just to the left of the QB for the Harris County offense. And he looks to throw it downfield, picked off by the linebacker, a little bit of a Tampa 2 coverage as he dropped back to where the safeties were, about 20 yards deep in the backfield.
Read that play perfectly.
Yes, he did. He dropped back right into where the quarterback wanted to toss it and gets the turnover, so Lochapoka takes back over with the ball game tied at 6. As they look to get another one here, they ended up getting the upset win over what some would say is an elite 7-on-7 team in Spencer. Got the win over them 13-7.
If Spencer still has Elijah Fudge, that's an
It was a big one, yeah. Elijah Fudge was out there at quarterback for Spencer. And
That's one of the top quarterbacks in our area, Mike.
And throw.
Oh,
Good throw that time.
what a
Good
dime.
catch to get down there, get down to the ground, make the crab, secure it.
Pitch and catch. That's what they're doing out here, Mike.
Yes, it is. Cruz Hall showing off his ability to find the open receiver so far today. Great job by the freshman. I'm impressed by him. If you're Lochapoka, you might have to open up that offense a little bit and throw the ball around this fall.
By the way, Mike, I am blown away by this facility. I mean, we are actually cool underneath this tent. I know it's hot out there. You got the other games going on. But here it is nice and cool.
I'm trying to figure out the size of the blades on those fans at the top of the building. That time Cruz Hall held on to it just a little bit too long with a 4-second violation, so that'll be a down.
Remember, 7-on-7, there's no rushing the quarterback. It's just all focusing on the skill, not really doing any running plays. I didn't see any running
there's
plays.
no running plays.
Yeah, no running plays. It's just 7-on-7. It's just pitch and catch. Wide receiver matched up with the DBs. Go get them.
Yeah, I've always thought of 7-on-7 more as a defensive thing. You want to try and work on your defense.
You're working on your defense, but yeah, the quarterback, you're not being rushed. You're just timing routes.
And we've seen quite a few of these 4-second violations. You got 4 seconds to get rid of the ball, or else it's basically a coverage sack. We've seen quite a few of those today, so good defense across the board here.
Good catch.
Good pass down there.
And they don't have
16.
flags. It's two-handed touch. I mean,
Yeah.
this is the old school way I used to play football. Yeah, I know. I never played tackle on the street. Definitely not on the streets, like on the.
We used to. We were rough and tumble down there.
Maybe on the
Dozier
grass.
Street.
Playing tackle on the grass, but man,
Go
on
down
the
to my
streets?
aunt's house around Dozier Street and be playing out in the middle of the road, getting tackled.
Oh man.
Got scars to still prove it. As Cruz Hall steps back, and throws over the middle, just over the outstretched hands of his running back. And I believe that's going to turn it over here. Is 3 and out.
Good
down near
defense
the end
stop.
zone. And that'll
by
keep
Harris
it
County.
Yeah, that'll keep it a 6-6 ball game now. 9 minutes to go in the ball game as Harris County lets the tape back over.
Mike, there's something special brewing in the county. We have seen it for a couple of years now. I remember the first ever Harris County game that I called. I felt the environment. It just, you could tell how passionate they are about Harris County football up there. I've never been to Lochapoka. I have not experienced a Lochapoka football game.
If you've been to a Sumter County or Americus game, it's almost that same atmosphere.
Yeah.
Everybody comes out, they shut the town down.
Yeah, the town, yeah.
Tailgating, grilling going on, some wings being cooked outside, and you can have yourself a feast before a ball game down there at Lochapoka High School.
That's the way high school football should be played. I mean, yeah, you have your big cities football, but the small town
Yeah, nothing beats the small,
atmosphere
yeah.
is just.
That's why I love going to
blown
schools
away.
like Lochapoka, Sumter County, like we talked about, Manchester
Look.
High School that we brought up earlier. You go to these smaller schools, these smaller towns where it's a tight-knit community, man, they all come out for their football team.
Yeah.
Deep throw downfield.
Whoa!
Caught in the
Did he
corner.
catch
Was he
that?
in there? And he was.
Wow, what a
Touchdown.
catch!
Just over. That was a perfect dime throw. Just dropped in over the hands of the DB into the hands of the receiver. Able to maintain control as he came to the ground. And Harris County with a 12-6 lead as they look to get the extra point now with almost 7.5 minutes to go in the game. Big throw there. We're going to have to get the name of that quarterback because it was Harrison. That's the backup out there
I don't
now.
think it's Trotter Teasley. He was the quarterback last year, but they've had Levi Watson. I mean, they've had Taquan Marshall. I know I'm kind of aging myself there. How about former Harris County great Tay Crowder leading the UFL and
tackles?
And here's, and ladies and gentlemen, here's the ref.
Richard, get off the mic right now. Who do you think you are? No, I want to update everyone real quick. I just got off with the deliberator, Brian Eason. I was on Brian Harrison. Brian Eason. He is, we call him the deliberator. So that was a three-way tie in Pool A
1-1.
and Pool B. They did a point differential, and because Lochapoka beat Spencer by 8, when Spencer beat Shaw by 6 and Shaw beat Poca by 6, the tiebreaker, Lochapoka beating Spencer by 8, allowed them to win the bracket.
So they'll be playing Smith Station.
They'll be playing Smith Station, but we're all going to get Shaw and Columbus in here first.
Okay. So that'll be a good one there. You get Shaw Columbus coming up next, and then the matchup title game between Lochapoka and Smith Station. Nice throw downfield just into the hands. Looks like the receiver had his eyes on that safety. There was heat-seeking missile down there towards him. Took his eye off the ball just in a quick second. Went into the basket, dropped through it like the wicker just broke.
Dropped on a dime.
So good throw again by Cruz Hall. Really impressive freshman quarterback for the Indians. Again, the coach's son.
You can tell,
but you can tell he's learning it. I mean, doesn't have quite the strong arm like we said earlier, like Hayden Lipscomb does, but he's got the brains for it. He's got the smarts back there. He's able to find the receivers, throw the ball where it needs to be. Really impressive young man. Looks, goes left side, catches him wide open. He's going to be caught into the end zone for a touchdown for the Indians.
What a catch, Mike.
He saw the break going on the out route there off the post corner. And as he broke on that one, he went ahead and threw it, and he knew where the receiver was going to be. As soon as he turned around, the ball was in his hands, and it's a big touchdown.
He knew it.
And knocks it back up for Lochapoka to make it 12-12 as they try to take the lead here with the extra point with about 5 minutes to go in the contest.
Going for 2 or just 1?
It's just,
Just
one.
one.
Yep. No kicking.
Yeah,
I wonder if it's
kicking,
like
but,
flag, like if you can step it. I think flag has it where wherever you do the conversion from is the amount of points you get for it.
That'd be pretty cool. Yeah, we can. In case you're wondering, that noise above our heads, that is not an insect that got in here. It is a drone. It's a loud buzzing, but it is not an insect.
Yeah, that's the Harris County drone.
That is the drone that, yes.
And the interception in the end zone keeps the ball game knotted at 12 as Harris County looks to take over with 4.5 to go. A score here can almost guarantee a victory.
This is
if
where
they
you
can
run.
take their time here. A little bit of 4 minutes. Let's see if they got a 4-minute offense and 7
I
on
was
7.
going to say, because we have a running clock, this is where you run your 2-minute offense
Yeah.
and just kind of simulate the timeouts.
Almost picked
Whoa!
off. Good play there in the backfield.
Denied.
Comes across at the last second and knocks the ball away from the Harris County receiver. Lochapoka. Can't sleep on them this year. I mean, they might be a 2A school out of Alabama, but they have some athletes on the defensive side for certain.
I'm telling you, the Poka way. That's what it's all about up there in the Lochapoka.
It looks like they've got a good general
I had-
at quarterback as a
oh,
freshman.
here's again.
If you're gonna know, you're gonna talk about Lochapoka. You got to know what their phrase is. It's not poke away. It's poke around and find out. They have shirts made. You poke around and find out.
Poke around.
I do have the Poka way as one of the slogans they had. What's the over-under if Thrift Behringer going to interrupt this broadcast? He's already done it twice. I'm going to say 6 times.
We're going for 3 here.
Now 3. We're going for 3 now.
Big Rich just got fired live on air.
And what's the over and under that Thrift's going to say that I got fired? I'm going to say 5 by the time the day is done.
Step back, throw down the right side. It's going to be almost picked off.
Oh, reminds
Sit
me of
down in the
Jaquiski
zone.
Tart. That play, 2021 NFC Championship game.
And that
Oh,
time,
my goodness.
turnover on down as Harris County goes 3 and out. Good set back there in the zone by the DB for Lochapoka.
Mike, when I saw him drop that interception, I had flashbacks of Jaquiski Tart. Play will forever haunt me.
Now 2.5 minutes ago, possibly the last drive of the ball game, can Cruz Hall lead his offense into the end zone for the victory?
I tell you
here
what,
against Harris County.
Mike, Cruz Hall has looked good so far. It's a good young quarterback.
He is. He's a great freshman kid, and a little bit of an overthrow that time. Not sure if the route was off. He started to kind of break inside like a skinny post, but I believe Cruz Hall was expecting them to stay up the seam. And that one dropped over his head onto the turf, and it's going to be second down here from the 40.
You can see Tommy Watson over there on the sidelines. The Harris County football coach, former offensive lineman from Mississippi State. He's built a pretty good staff. You know, he's had like former NFL players on his staff,
Oh, yeah.
like D-Rock Brooks.
Yep. Rolling out as Cruz Hall looking right, gets rid of it just over the hands of
what
the
a
DB
pass.
that time. Up the sideline, and he'll get down to about the 24, so it'll reset the downs here with almost 1.5 minutes to go in the contest. So back to first down for the Indians here. And the freshman leading the offense. He's really impressed me so far today. This is our second time seeing him. Was able to get the victory against Spencer earlier here in Impact Building.
By the way, Lochapoka's home opener against Lynette.
That'll be a good one. The
That's a
Panthers are
region
another
game.
playoff team.
Yeah, they went to the state championship last
Yes,
year,
they
lost
did.
to Rush Probst, Coosa Christian.
Yep.
Oh, man, they play Wadley. Oh, they got a good schedule. Notice
Nice
Salga.
throw over the middle that time. If you
That-
watch it, if you go back and look, the receiver, it was a little bit of press coverage on the line there. He got pushed down to the ground, got up,
Gotta
finished
hurry.
his route, got up in the air, made the catch, and now they're down inside the 10.
Gotta hurry here.
That was a great play. We got to find out who that receiver is because he just made an outstanding effort that time. Got shoved to the ground in press coverage, gets up, finishes his route, makes the catch.
Well,
Good job by Cruz Hall
know,
just to find him.
I'm a good stat guy. I'm gonna bet it's either Hayden Lipscomb, De'Arian Callaway, or Larcedo Eccles. Those were the top 3 receivers from last year's team.
Touchdown in the back of the
There
end
you
zone.
go.
He's open, and now Lochapoka gets the lead. Now it's 18-12 as we're going to run this clock down. It's down to about 15 seconds left. They can take their time
Looks like that's a wrap.
and come away with another victory as Lochapoka moves to 2-1 on the day.
Yeah, Mike, they lost their leading rusher from last year, KJ Carter.
Yeah.
But Laracio Eccles, if he's back, folks, this is just going off of the roster and the stats from last year. I really don't know if this player is still on the team this year. He could have transferred. That's because they're like a junior or sophomore.
And that's going to be the ball game there is Lochapoka Indians.
What
get
a
another
win.
victory in the Impact Building. This time over Harris County. They beat Spencer earlier. And like Thrift said earlier, after the tiebreaker, with all the teams being 1-1 in Pool B, Lochapoka comes out on top. So they'll be facing Smith Station in the championship matchup here in the Impact Building. As we get ready here, there's going to be another game coming up here shortly. I believe it's going to be Columbus. Oh, it's going to be Shaw and Columbus taking on one another, the 3 seeds, and it'll be followed by Lochapoka Smith Station for the final and the championship here in the 7-on-7 Invitational at Smith Station. We're in the Impact Building. We'll be back in just a moment for Shaw Columbus on Georgia Alabama Sports Live.
Hello, everybody. This is DJ Jones with the Sports Visions Morning Show for the best in local, regional, and national sports news. Weekdays from 6 a.m. to 9 a.m.
You can find the Sports Visions Morning Show on Facebook, YouTube. Also, you can listen to us on Apple and Spotify by typing in the Sports Visions Morning Show, and download the Sports Visions radio app right now in your app store today.
Sports Vision 92.1. We are your hometown sports guys.
Imagine a life-changing injury. Imagine the fear and unknown. The Houston Clinic Sports Medicine Team, the only physicians in the area with advanced certification in orthopedic sports medicine, treats sports injuries with innovative techniques. The Houston Clinic has helped nearly 1 million athletes live without pain. Imagine getting back in the game. Imagine the best game of your life. The Houston Clinic Sports Medicine Team.
I'm Mike Costello, and this is what we do. Car wrecks. Yes, car wrecks. So call or text us today or visit us at MikeCostelloLawFirm.com. Costello. Car wreck. Car wreck? Costello.
Life's a cruise, that's the move.
And welcome back, everybody. Here's we're getting ready for the third place matchup here between Shaw High Raiders and the Columbus High Blue Devils. As you see, teams coming out to the field now. Gavin Brown for Columbus coming out, the star middle linebacker for the Blue Devils.
Is Rayshawn Glover still the running back on the team? He was the leading rusher last year.
Not too sure. I hadn't been able to see too much of who's who. We don't really have the rosters, don't have jersey numbers on most of them, so it's kind of, I know a few of them just by talking to some of the players. So
I know we're going to see Bobby Peters Jr. in at quarterback.
Yes, we are. Dalen Peterson leading the offense for the Shaw Raiders.
Let's go. Even Thrift Behringer's fired up. Look at him waving his hands on the sidelines, getting all fired up.
Got the kids getting hyped up out here.
That's what I want to see. I want to see more Thrift Behringer on camera.
Bad form, bad form.
That needs to happen. Yeah, getting back to his old playing days, too. I tell you, he loves this.
I'm so fired up. I got to take over the broadcast right now, guys. They're done. All right, we got Columbus and Shaw. What a matchup right now. This is going to be absolutely fantastic third-place game.
Got region.
I cannot wait for this championship, though. Smith Station, Los Chapoca should be a fun one.
Good one. You got region foes, region rivals, inner city rivals going against one another now, so you know the anticipation's up there.
Yes.
And Peters back at quarterback, looks to the left, batted away by the linebacker in coverage as he stayed underneath the running back that time coming across the middle.
Shaw has always had really good defensive play, whether it's players like Sincere Ford, Jeremiah Lovett.
They've always had great ones.
They've had tremendous athletes.
You could go all the way back to the Charles Flowers days. And we saw it last year.
Jamie the Nighthawk Daniels.
Yes. And we saw it last year watching some of these ball games. They definitely have the athletes to be a very great. And that was going to be just dropped over by Peters.
Oh, wow.
And a little bit of a celebratory look back by the Columbus High receiver as he trots into the end zone for the first score of the ball game, 45 seconds in.
What a throw, Mike. I tell you, the big question mark, like Columbus making the playoffs last year for the first time in 10 years, Andrew Smith IV was their offense.
Oh, yeah.
And to replace a guy like him, Bobby Peters Jr. doing a good job so far.
Yeah, he's showing off a little bit of the arm so far today. It's just going to come down to decision-making when all the pads are put on. So we'll see if he's able to step up at that point. Rolls out to the left. It's going to throw. A little bit of a push, little aim dart there towards the goal line, and it's going to be in there for the extra point. And Columbus takes the 7-0 lead over the Shaw Raiders as they look to come on offense for the first time, led by quarterback Dalen Peterson.
Yeah, incredible season last year, 7 wins, including wins over Hardaway in the Midtown Showdown. They beat Shaw at Cadet Stadium. You know, they beat teams like Greenville, Randolph Clay, Miller County, but they were able to win the games that were on their schedule. That was the most important thing.
Oh, yeah. As you look here, you got trips to the left for the Shaw Raiders, one solo out right with the back to the left of Peterson. Dropping back into coverage of the linebackers and safeties, and then we're going to go one-on-one to the right side. It's going to be a quick throw out of the hands of the receiver. Good throw by Peterson right into the basket. The wicker broke, went through the basket, and looks like we got a little bit of a lower leg injury by that receiver. You see him hopping over to the sideline, maybe twisted an ankle on the turf trying to
hate to see that.
Make the grab, so hopefully he'll be okay. Hopefully we're just a cramp as you see him getting stretched along the fence down there.
Yeah, we're hoping it's a cramp.
Could be a cramp. These kids have been here since 9:30 playing back to back to back. This is the 5th contest of the day for most of them. And we all know down here in the South, Georgia, Alabama, I don't care if you're playing indoors, that humidity is still going to play a factor. And the first throw from Peterson to the left side is going to be caught for about 4 yards. So 3rd down now coming up. They got 3 chances to break the 25-yard line. They're down to about the 36, so still 11 yards to go for the Raiders here with one opportunity. Try not to get the 3 and out. They've already given up the touchdown to Bobby Peters Jr. and the Columbus High offense.
Well, Frost, let's talk about the coaches. Bobby Peters Sr., who was a longtime assistant under Coach Phil Marino in his 3rd season, and then Coach Johnny Garner in his 4th season as a Shaw coach.
And good throw and catch. It's going to be right at the 25. Is that going to move him? It's going to be close. We got a little bit of chippiness going on right there.
Uh-oh. We like the trash talking. This is what sports about, man. You can tell these two schools know each other and only about 10 minutes apart. Let me get my all-famous
Wow. Ladies and gentlemen, we got a three-man broadcast. That's what I was hoping for, and that's what ever since I've been calling games for Georgia Alabama Sports Live, I've always wanted that three-man broadcast, and Thrift really brings that energy to the broadcast.
And that was going to be dropped down to the ground. As you saw in that last play for the first down, it was right at the 25-yard line to be able to move it. They get the first down. A little bit of chippiness. You had the receiver, you had the linebacker for Columbus, both going at it a little bit here. They want this win.
For bragging rights.
Yeah, it's bragging rights till the fall right now. You can own this for the next 2 to 3 months before you play each other during the regular season.
And they will be rivals in a new reclassification along with Spencer and Hardaway. But unfortunately, Mike, they got to travel down to Macon, or not Macon, Albany, Cairo, that area.
And a big get up on the 50-50 ball, and he makes the grab at the goal line for the touchdown. You see the celebration down there.
Oh, get fired up.
Reminiscent of the Bulldogs-Gators game.
Get fired up,
years ago
people.
Between Georgia and Florida. You see them getting hyped up, a little bit of trash talk. Dalen Peterson.
It's 7-on-7 football.
Letting
if
himself
you
know.
ain't letting it all out on the field, where else are you going to let it all out?
As now we'll have the extra point attempt at 7-6 now. Shaw needs the extra point to be able to knock this one up. As we're just over 5 minutes into the contest. We're going to get trips to the right. Throw over the middle, wide open in the back of the end zone to knot it up. It's 7-7. We've had a couple of good contests here so far back-to-back today.
Oh, yes.
And this Shaw-Columbus one for the third place matchup has been one of the most, I guess you could say, hyped up both sides. Not a whole lot of fans in here inside the building, but these players are loud.
Got to get hyped, Frost. That's what you bring to bring that energy.
Pads or not, this is football, baby, and these kids are loving it in the summertime.
Mike, I know you're excited high school football is almost around the corner.
Oh, I am. We were talking about it on the show a couple of weeks ago, and I've been like Tyrone Biggums the last couple of months waiting on football to kick in, waiting on that fall grass. As now Columbus comes back out with Bobby Peters Jr.
Though, on that pass. I've been impressed with him all day. Young quarterback coming in. You know, Robert talked about him last year being on the team, got some experience, and should have big things now.
You see him step back, throwing over the middle, a little bit of a wobbler there, but it's going to be some focus. Almost coming up with it.
Hey.
Good attempt there by the receiver for the Blue Devils. He was blanketed by two Raiders. Came to the ground, still almost came up with a catch, just knocked away at the last second. Peters might want that one back. He kind of floated that one up. You saw it kind of
that's a
wobble
dangerous
in the
throw.
air.
That was a dangerous throw there, Mike. I'd be nervous trying to, especially the athletes out there for Shaw. You know, last year, Shaw, this is the first time they're on the platform here today. Last year, not the best year. Started off, very slow. Ended up finishing 3-7 last year. Got a win and got some big wins at the end of the year. Jordan and Kendrick to get some momentum heading into the offseason. But Mike, Shaw is known for Shaw U, and Johnny Garner's trying to get back to competitive ways.
Oh, yeah, because they had the athletes. That's for certain. There's no doubt about that. Shaw has tremendous athleticism on both sides of the ball. It's going to come down to, do they have the discipline to play good defense, not make the mistakes on offense, and be able to keep the ball rolling, especially in this new region, this new classification.
And Mike, with their track team finishing 4th in the state, I mean, we know that they've had athletes to come at Shaw. The baseball team doing very well. They have athletes all around, and I know that the football team wants to get back to that level. The early 2000s under the legendary coach Charles Flowers.
It's one of those things where 7-on-7 is a big part of building that. You got to have that continuity. You had the standout athletes, but now it's all about when you're on defense on the football field, it's 11 guys out there, all of them wanting to do the same thing. So can they work together?
Oh, here
Throw
we
down
go.
the left side. It's going to be picked off.
Oh, what an interception.
And he may have come up with it, actually. Hold on, let's see if he pulled it in. And they're going to call it an interception.
They're going to say interception, Mike, and Columbus High saying they took it away from him. The coach can't believe it.
Well, the official's going to say he took it away once they hit the ground. The Raider came down to the ground with the ball. Shaw comes up with the pick. The receiver snatches it away, but it's a little bit too little, too late. And now it's Shaw ball, still 7-7 here at Impact.
Frost, you know what this reminds me of? Middle school championship, Aaron Cohn and Rothschild. Simultaneous possession in the end zone. Was it a touchback for Aaron Cohn or a touchdown for Rothschild? Oh, it was a touchback for Rothschild. Thought it was going to be a touchdown for Aaron Cohn.
Yeah, that time you just saw the Shaw Raider. He went up there, picked it off in the air, got the high point, came down with it. By the time they all came down to the ground at the same time, that's when the Blue Devils snatched it away, but it was too late. The official already called the interception. Now Peterson and the Raiders back on offense.
A little, I know
bit
it's
of
two-hand
shove in the back
touch.
there.
Little, your speed and momentum, you're trying to make the stop because it's two-hand touch.
It's still football, baby.
Yeah,
you get emotions involved. These
Emotions.
I can't say nothing bad about it. If it's a shove in the back, it's a shove in the back trying to get them down. They'll be
brotherly
fine.
shove.
Yeah.
Okay.
You want to keep this right. You want to keep the intensity up. If you're coaching this team, you don't mind it a little bit as long as they don't get out of control. You don't mind a little bit of that intensity on the field right now, even though it is 7-on-7. Roll to the left by Peterson. Dump it off to the tight end.
Ooh.
And Gavin Brown with a little bit of a chest to back touch there.
I like. It's great to see Gavin Brown back on the field.
Yes,
though.
it is. We saw him get hurt, broke his ankle during the Hardaway game last year in the Midtown Classic. He's going to come back with a vengeance now. The kid, I mean, you look at him, he's a grown man out there at middle linebacker for Columbus. I expect him to do big things if he can stay healthy this year. I believe he's going to lead that Columbus defense.
Yeah, no
and
question.
Coach Peters is definitely going to lean on him to be the captain of that squad.
As they open against Jordan to start the season.
Yeah, the oldest rivalry in the city of Columbus, Jordan and Columbus. That one's a little bit too long to throw the ball by Peterson that time. It's going to drop to the ground. And it looks like it might be a turnover on downs now. Let's see if it actually is or not. Maybe it'll be Columbus
ball. I think a lot
ball.
of the problem too, Mike, is a lot of these young quarterbacks try to go for the Hail Mary every time. And instead of just being methodical, it's let me get the big play, which is why we've seen some low-scoring games because the defenses are doing a good job not allowing any deep threats. We've seen some blown coverage, but I don't see a lot of quarterbacks trying to do dink and dunk. And maybe that would be the best option right now, especially with the defense they're playing.
The best I've seen so far today as far as that goes is going to be Cruz Hall at Lochapoka. That's why they've been able to pull it off because he'll take that 7-8 yards at a time. He doesn't care. He's going to find the open receiver, dump it off. That's why he's been so impressive to me as a freshman today. Just having that intelligence to be like, all right, there's my open receiver, hit my check down, at least get the yards when I can. And Peters overshoots the receiver that time a little bit, throw too far ahead of him.
A little slant pattern, just skinny post route up the middle, just trying to get some yardage, trying to make it a little bit more respectable.
Yeah, good coverage that time. He tried to throw it past where the DB was, but he overthrew everybody. I guess it wasn't too bad of a throw when you think about it. If he'd have thrown it to the receiver, could have been picked off with the coverage. So we'll get a second down here coming up from the 40 still. We've got 8:20 and counting left to go in the ball game. It's still tied 7-7 after both teams have scored in the first 5 minutes of the ball game.
Don't forget, we've got the All-Alabama Championship next. Lochapoka Smith Station.
2A versus 7A. Who's going to get the title here at Impact?
Yeah.
Dump off over the middle.
Pass.
He's still running, and he finally gets tapped inside the 20.
Yeah.
It's a great throw there by Peters.
Yards after catch. That's what it's all about.
Good little dump off that time on the crossing route by the slot receiver, my apologies.
And Columbus has had great runners like Grant Garinger and Rayshawn Glover, Michael Fox. I'm curious to see who the running back's going to be this year. I mean, it's going to be interesting.
was great last year, too, for Columbus.
Yeah, who?
Andrew Spivey, the quarterback.
Andrew Spivey, yeah.
Losing him.
Well, Andrew Smith.
Yeah, Spivey. Spivey's played for Kendrick basketball. I apologize. But Andrew Smith was fantastic last year. Just a dual-threat athlete, did multiple things. And I'm wondering this year, what is Coach Peters' offense? Remember, he changed his offense up last year because he was trying to play to his strengths with his running.
Yeah.
Is this year going to be passing with Robert Peters, his son, being the quarterback? That's going to be the question.
I think it's going to open it up some with Bobby Peters Jr. back at quarterback, just because Andrew Smith, though he was an athlete that he was, didn't quite have the arm. No. Could get it downfield, maybe about 15, 20 yards with some accuracy, but Bobby Peters has been able to show he can get it 40 yards downfield quick.
Yeah, but he's also a kickoff return. Did you see that kickoff return to the Midtown Showdown?
Oh, yeah.
Took it to the house. What a playmaker.
That one thrown to the corner by Peters, up in the air, makes the grab for the touchdown.
Oh!
Actually, he's going to call him down at the 1.
Whoa!
They're going to say that butt fell down right there inside the 1. tap down. It's going to be first down and goal.
I tell you what, if you're the Shaw defense, a sigh of relief. It's like, okay, let's get our best goal line stance play here.
And the thing is, right now with first and goal, there's no running the ball in 7-on-7.
Yeah, they're not running in 7-on-7. You're right.
And really, this point in time right here, this is a good time for Columbus to get some instruction, get a little bit of experience here with goal-to-go situations throwing the ball, because if you're down this close to the goal line, that really tightens up your windows.
Run the football. But
and
here,
it tightens up the passing lane, so it makes it a lot harder to throw the ball. As you see it right there, the linebacker's in the way.
Good coverage by Shaw.
So it's a real good opportunity for Bobby Peters Jr. to get some experience down here, down low. Like I said, you get closer to the goal line, it's harder to throw the ball. The passing lanes close in. You don't have all that space to be able to throw the ball. You're down to the 1 now. It's going to be really hard to find those open windows. So second and goal now from the 1-yard line. We're down to about 5.5 to go in the contest here in the third place matchup between the Raiders and the Blue Devils. Columbus with the ball at the 1-yard line after that big catch down there in the corner. Peters dropping back, looks left, looks back right, and they're going to get the 4-second violation.
Yeah.
He tried to go for the swing pass out to the back, and it was too late. Third down.
Got to get the ball out in 4 seconds.
So one play here. Can Columbus get the lead with 5 minutes to go, or can Shaw get the goal line stand here?
I got to play spider wide to banana with an X cross.
I hear you, Gruden.
Someone get Gruden right now. Spider wide to banana for a touchdown.
Let's go with the Tebow jump pass right here from the 1.
Oh, my. This was like 1955. What call? Who made that call? Tebow, first time he ever did it, jump pass. LSU, 2006. Who was on the call?
Oh, that was probably
Not Musburger, Vern Lundquist, and
Gary Danielson, our favorite commentator.
Florida LSU,
the 2
06.
Sesame Street guys.
Got to get rid of it.
And it's going to be turnover on downs by the Shaw Raiders.
Great.
Goal line stand, and it's still tied at 7.
How about the Shaw defense coming up big with a big stop?
7-7. Now Shaw's got the ball. Dalen Peterson at quarterback. Looking to step in here. We've got 4 minutes to go here in the third place game. It's still 7-7. Can Columbus step up on defense, keep it? Because like I said, both teams scored on their opening drives. First 5 minutes of the ball game, it was already 7-7. Now we got down under 4 minutes to go. Same score. Can Shaw put one in the end zone and get the victory here? Toss to the sideline. Good catch across the sideline. Caught inside the 25 and a flag.
In bounds.
A little bit too big of a shove there. We've got some extracurricular activities going on over there.
They do throw flags in 7-on-7.
As they're up against the fence now. A little bit
too
excited as everybody's running over there. Coaches trying to break it up. As we've seen some kids up along the fence that time, got pinned up. A little bit of UFC action with the chain link.
That was just a little bit of
Yeah.
Come on now.
A little bit of a hard shove.
Just a little bit of a shove. Just a little bit of a, hey, let's rub shoulders a little bit.
Yeah, the flag was
okay.
thrown
Kids
already.
being kids.
Yeah.
Good job there by Coach Fuellen breaking them up. Gotta
And
just get them.
The one I wanted to see in action when you saw Coach Namu Keys from Columbus coming across. I want to see some wrestling moves put in action here in the summer.
There we go.
The head wrestling coach for the Columbus High Blue Devils.
Also on the football staff.
One of the defensive back coaches.
Got Coach Fuellen on the track team, also on the football staff as well for Shaw.
Throw to the left by Peterson. Good. Caught. Gets up to about the 13-yard line.
And I really think, Shaw missing out on the playoffs last year. They made the playoffs before. Coach Johnny Gardner, he's got a philosophy. He wants to try to get back to Shaw football, the way things were. But, there's been some challenges.
It's the discipline part of it's going to be the main thing. Last year it wasn't that they didn't have the athletes. They just didn't have the discipline mentally. Made a lot of errors mentally on the field. That's going to be a touchdown from Peterson to give Shaw the lead with 2 minutes to go. Columbus.
That's how you do it, Frost.
Not have a whole lot of time here as the clock's still running. Shaw still gets an extra point attempt. How much time will they try to take off the clock before they snap it?
Yeah, Columbus will get one more crack at it.
And Columbus will have to make some hurry-up offense here, some hurry-up challenges. See if Peters can try to find somebody downfield quickly.
Yeah.
Once they finally get the ball. We're down getting close to a minute and a half to go as they get ready. Snaps back to Peterson. Looking left. Finds somebody in the back of the end zone for the extra point. 14-7 with a minute and a half left. Shaw trying to get the third place victory here in Impact at Smith Station High School. Again, a beautiful facility out here.
Oh, absolutely gorgeous.
As you know, the athletic director, Coach Brian Eason, you got Principal Adam Johnson out here. Everybody out here ready to watch this one today. Everybody itching for football. Talked to both of them before the broadcast. Just excited. They're both former football coaches. I've coached with both of them. They're both phenomenal men. They really, really care about this Smith Station community, and I love being out here seeing what they're doing so far for the program.
There we go.
Now it's going to be dropped down deep into the end zone. Touchdown, Blue Devils. 14-13. I told you they had to come out with a deep ball from Bobby Peters.
Dropped it on a dime.
And he found him in the end zone on one play. Now it comes down to the extra point. 30 seconds left.
You got to go for 2, right?
I don't know if you can go for 2 in 7-on-7. I think it's just 1 point. Unless it's like flag and you can bring the ball back. I know in flag it all depends on where you set the ball, where you snap it from, and whether it's 1, 2, or 3 points on the extra point. But right now, 15 seconds and counting. Snap back to Peters. He's looking left, back right. Dump off. Out of the hands, tipped away by the Shaw defender. And Shaw Raiders come away with the third place victory, 14-13. What a heck of a matchup today.
What a game.
The intensity stayed high the whole time. Columbus can't be dejected after that one. Had a great contest here between two great schools. Coach Peters and his squad just a point shy against Coach Garner and the Raiders as they take the third place victory here in Impact for another big contest. I know nobody's got pads on, but I'm hyped up. I want to strap on a helmet myself at this point.
I want to get out there and
Football coming up next.
Yep, we got the championship now coming up next in about 10 minutes. We'll have the Locha Poca Indians out of Lee County taking on their inter-county foes, Smith Station here at home, the 7A Panthers. And we'll be back in 10 minutes, so you'll get to see the championship game here for the 7-on-7 Invitational at Smith Station here at the Impact facility on Georgia Alabama Sports Live.
Hey everybody, hot summer prices have dropped at Glenn Smith GMC in Opelika. Drive home today in a brand new GMC Sierra 1500 with savings up to $15,000 and $750 off MSRP. Or get 0% financing for 60 months. Need more power? New GMC Sierra 2500 HD with savings up to $10,000 off MSRP. Or get 4.9% financing for 60 months. Glenn Smith GMC in Opelika. Get ready to smile.
I'm Mike Costello, and this is what we do. CarRex. Yes, CarRex.
Imagine a life-changing injury. Imagine the fear and unknown. The Houston Clinic Sports Medicine Team, the only physicians in the area with advanced certification in orthopedic sports medicine, treats sports injuries with innovative techniques. The Houston Clinic has helped nearly 1 million athletes live without pain. Imagine getting back in the game. Imagine the best game of your life. The Houston Clinic Sports Medicine Team.
Welcome back, everyone. Championship round, Smith Station and Lochapoka to decide who's going to win the All Valley 7-on-7 here in 2026 on Georgia Alabama Sports Live. That Columbus Shaw game lived up to the hype. Fantastic matchup. Great call, Mike. And Shaw able to win that 14-13, getting the stop there as time expired on the extra point. But Smith Station has not lost today. They are the only undefeated team. Lochapoka did lose to Shaw in the last game. 2-1 they are.
They've had the most impressive, for me, as far as surprise goes, the most impressive kid so far today is going to be Cruz Hall, their freshman quarterback.
Yeah. All right, Cohen Thomas. He's been good today so far. Can he help lead Smith Station to a championship win here on the 7-on-7 tournament? Thomas got a man open, and instead is going to throw it across his body. The guy open going deep there, Mike, and decided he wanted to go in a double coverage towards the flat.
Yeah, I think he kind of hurried himself. He felt that clock ticking down. You get those 4 seconds. I think he thought he was at the end of the rope that time, just wanted to get it somewhere. Threw it out wide, but Cohen Thomas done a good job so far today. You saw a little bit more of that wing T formation that time as they had a guy line up at tight end for Smith Station with a wing back. And they'll go back to the 5 wides here. You got 3 to the left, 2 to the right.
Thomas takes a snap. Gonna go down the middle. He's open. Caught! Touchdown! Smith Station on the second play from scrimmage. And Thomas and the Panthers finding a hole. And we've seen that several times today with them, Mike. Finding that wide open hole. And I start wondering, like, if you're the defense, there's nobody behind you, man.
Yeah. I'm wondering if Cohen Thomas is kind of deking out that safety a little bit. You saw him come up, like maybe Cohen Thomas gave it that a little bit, because sometimes the defensive back could just look at the eyes of the QB. If Cohen Thomas is looking down low around the 10, 15-yard range, he thinks there's going to be a crosser, comes up a little bit, and the guy running the post along the seam just runs downfield past the safety, gets over the top for the touchdown.
By the way, I want to apologize for calling Cohen Owen for so long, and the extra point is good. So Cohen Thomas says, "You know my name now," and it's 7-0. And here comes Richards, Polka Indians, Lochapoka.
The poke away, baby.
Poke away and find out. And they're going to try to come in here and do something special.
You know, Thrift, I've called a Lochapoka game.
What's their coach's name?
Well, it was Rico Newton.
Well, where it is, it's not Rico Newton now.
Not Rico Newton anymore. I got to look and see who that is.
It's Coach Hall. That's actually his son is the starting quarterback today. Cruz Hall, the freshman.
Well, Cruz not in at quarterback right now.
Now it's going to be Hayden Lipscomb's going to
He
start
started,
this one off.
remember the first game we saw.
He's the senior. He was one of the leading receivers last year. He's got a heck of an arm. Let's see if he can get the accuracy down here in the championship game.
And he's going to heave it deep, and it's going to be caught and brought down. Not the greatest ball, a little wobbly, but got to the right place, kind of an over shoulder, and put it up where only his guy could catch it, Mike.
Yeah, he made a great attempt down there by the sideline to make that grab, kind of turn the body a little bit away from the DB. Comes down with it for the first big play of the game for Lochapoka. And they're down in the goal line area.
Look at that, one play, and they're within striking distance already.
It's going to be a good one here, I feel like.
Oh, yeah.
He's looking, got to get rid of it, and that one off his hands. Second down.
Yeah,
Mike, you talked about some of the key recruits that have gone on to play D1 big time over at Auburn, J.C. Hart, and they've had some other recruits that are getting looked at by Auburn and Alabama. And
especially their middle linebacker and receiver, Raquan Butler, who's just a junior this year, a sophomore last year.
Stud, man.
You look out there at him, he's grown man status out there on this field.
That. He rolls to his right, throws in the back of the end zone behind his intended target. He was open.
Yeah.
Got to lead him more. And I'll bring up third down.
With that little bit of opening right there, that was about as good a throw as you could. If he'd have let him, it would have led him right into the hands of the DB. So a little bit behind him, but I believe that throw may have been on purpose. He just wasn't able to come up with a catch. And that's going to be their last opportunity down here to get a score, as they're already inside the 10. And it's third down. You get 3 opportunities once you get the 10-yard line to score. Again, we saw that earlier with that big goal line stand by Shaw against Columbus. They ended up leading them towards a victory. When Columbus had the ball down at the 1 yard line, was unable to get across the goal line for a touchdown.
He'll get rid of it, and it will be incomplete. And that's going to be a turnover. Smith Station will take over up 7-0.
Big play. Big play defense. And we've seen that a couple times by Smith Station so far today. They played great defense. And like I said, it's hard once you get down in that area to make a good throw because your windows are so tight. You take away a lot of the field once you get inside the 10-yard line to get into the goal line. And if you can't run the ball, it's going to be it's going to drop your percentages down a lot trying to throw the ball that deep towards the end zone.
Mike, we see a couple of times where defenses get goal line stance because when you get a 1st and goal and you have to focus on passing the ball to get a touchdown, it's tough because you talk about those windows, they close really tightly. You gotta really be on your P's and Q's and crisp passing, quick slant routes.
That's why you hear a lot of us old heads get frustrated when the team gets down inside the 10 and they want to go shotgun still. Be like, put the quarterback under center and run the ball. Let's go. But you can't do it today.
And Cohen's going to throw it deep. Has a man, and he throws behind him there. Not enough air underneath it, Mike. Got to throw that more towards the end zone.
Yeah, it looks like he tried to go with that one-on-one because he was running right with him, the DB for Lochapoka. Maybe he tried to go back shoulder with the throw, just threw it a little bit too far wide of the sideline that time.
Don't forget, we got Isaiah Crowell football camp coming up this Saturday from Otis Spencer Stadium. Free to the community.
I'm excited about seeing old PT DSGB at the Columbus Lions halftime show next weekend.
Pastor Troy?
Pastor Roy.
Bring it.
Troy in the building. Cohen. Good pass, catch, and yards after it, and that will be enough for a first down. Right at the 25.
Yep, broke it just enough on that last little second attempt to make a little move, get away from the hands of a Lochapoka Indian. Gets in there and it'll reset it now. First down just inside the 25-yard line for the Panthers as they go back to 5 wide with 3 to the left, Twins to the right.
Thomas. And he's going to get a covered sack. Good defense there by Lochapoka.
Yeah, dropping back in zone that time. If you look downfield, you see everybody covered. May have had an opportunity to hit the running back in the flats over there on the right-hand side, but I believe that's probably one of Cohen Thomas's, the only thing that we've seen that could be considered negative today is just his fact of not being able to see that running back in the flats. Outside of that, he's shown a great arm today and shown the ability for Coach Harrison to be able to open up that offense this year. As you'll see the running back, he's going to be slotted out to the left.
Cohen looking, fires over the middle, good pass and catch. And that will be 1st and goal for Smith Station. How about Blair Harrison dialing it up? Did you know he was in X's and O's 7-on-7 guru? Guy known for running the football.
Got the wing tee in the fall, 7-on-7 in the summer. He's like, I'm versatile. I don't care what y'all say.
I can do this. I'm a spread man. Call me Blair Leach.
You got to think, too, he also had one of the worked around, some of the best ones. You got to think about another guy who was at Brookstone for a while, and Reese Gillespie. Rance Gillespie. I always say Reese. I'm not sure why, but Rance Gillespie was another one of those great minds offensively. He was able to do the option and also the spread.
Cohen. And
just
missed him, and Coach Harrison wanted him to look for the guy that cut across the middle. Instead, he threw it. The guy streaking down the middle.
And looking at the roster from last
year. He got
year.
up that time, too, because I don't know if, you could have had one of those base cheerleaders up under me to try to toss me that high. I still wouldn't have jumped that high. But he almost got to that one.
So last year, leading rusher Luke Sexton, who was a junior. Braylon Crowell, another wide receiver from last year's team. But just trying to fill out the roster and see which players making an impact this season.
Yeah, we're going to see here as they go quads to the right this time. Solo out to the left.
Thomas.
Getting close to it, and it's going to be time.
Yeah.
Another 4 seconds.
Thomas. He's had that happen twice now on this drive.
If you're Lochapoka, that's a win for you on the defense. That counts as a sack. It's like, you know what? We're going to get credit for a sack.
Oh, yeah, that's a coverage sack all day right there because, like we talked about earlier in the day, most of the time you see a lot of guys when it comes down to the timing of the quarterback being able to get rid of the ball, that's around 2.5 to 3 seconds max on average. You give him 4, that's about the time that one of those defensive ends are going to get to him.
Thomas is going to get sacked again.
Wow, the coverage for Poka.
And that's going to be a turnover, and Coach not happy about that. They drove all the way down the field. Good stop by Lochapoka, and they'll get the ball down 7 with 10 minutes and counting left here in this one.
Yeah, 3 coverage sacks alone in that drive against Smith Station and Cohen Thomas. We'll see what kind of adjustments they make as they go to the sideline there. You'll have the offensive coordinator go over there and talk with him and make sure everything's correct as you see Coach Harrison making his way back. And the defense on the field now is Cruz Hall will come on the field now for the second possession for Lochapoka after they got the touchdown. No, they didn't get the touchdown. Actually, they got stopped down near the goal line with Hayden Lipscomb at quarterback. Cruz Hall, not quite the arm of Lipscomb, but is able to find open receivers, the freshman QB.
And let's see how he's going to do. And guess what? He'll dump it down. Good move. Then they stop him afterwards. He'll be about 2-3 yards short of the first down.
And that's one of the things I've noticed about Hall today. He will dump it off. He'll find that check down. He'll look downfield for his options, makes his reads, gets to the check down quickly. You'll see him make a lot of these 7-8 yard throws and expect his athletes to get upfield with it. You see Raquan Butler and the guys out there for the Indians.
Cruz. Nice pass. And that will be a first down.
And you see the coach out there talking to his receiver, make the move upfield. You saw him kind of curl back away once he made the grab. If he'd have just turned upfield, he had to seem to be at least be able to another 10, 12 yards. Again, it's summertime. They hadn't quite hit fall camp yet, so they're still working on some of the little things. A lot of coachable moments out here during the 7-on-7 Invitational. Trying to get the coverage right.
Cruz will go back. And are they saying he had enough time?
I believe they're going to say he crossed that line of scrimmage. He went past.
Got to stay in the pocket.
He went across the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, I've always wondered, like 7-on-7 drills, when you have a mobile quarterback, you can't run. So you just got to focus on being a better pocket quarterback.
Well, that's all it is. It's all coachable at this point with the summertime. Like I said, fall camp hadn't started. You hadn't really delved into the playbook too far. This is all basically just a mental game in the 7-on-7s. You want to get the.
Is that Richard Holdridge? Nice job, Rich. Cruz. Dump down.
Oh, that extra hit.
It was just a. Yeah. He basically just needed some bread right there. That's all that was.
Yeah, tack on 15 yards.
Just a little roll. Just a little roll. He was making a sushi roll out there. He just rolled him along the sideline. 7 minutes left to go in the contest. Still 7-0 Smith Station. Championship matchup. And Cruz Hall leading the Indians down the field, the freshman quarterback.
Pass caught.
Oh, beautiful.
Just short. They say he's in.
They're going to call him down at the 1 yard line. Oh, they're going to say touchdown. Hey. Last second, they called it a touchdown. They say he crossed the plane. That was a beautiful throw that time, just outside the outstretched hands of the Smith Station defensive back into the hands of the receiver. And it's a touchdown for the Indians. And it's now 7-6 as they go for the extra point to try to knock this one up as we close in on 6 minutes to go in the ball game.
So now the tie of the game at 7. 6 minutes left. Thomas and the offense getting ready to go out on the field. Can Cruz and the Indians tie it? And they can.
I got to say, I know I keep bringing him up, but I'm impressed today with this freshman quarterback for Lochapoka.
I am too. His dad's doing a great job with him for
Yes,
sure.
he has.
He's going to have a bright future.
Yes, he does. He's going to have a good one. He doesn't quite have the size yet. Again, just a freshman, an incoming freshman at that, but just able to find those open receivers, able to throw little darts, has the accuracy, doesn't quite have the arm to get it 40 yards downfield on a big throw, but can find those guys. He's got the athletes offensively for Lochapoka to be able to just get it to them, let them get creating space. And that's what they've done so far today is we're all knotted up. And Cohen Thomas leading Blair Harrison's offense now.
5 minutes left. Thomas takes the snap. Thomas goes deep across the middle, and he tried to do a Tyrone Pro throw and catch it off the back of a Lochapoka defender. Not able to. Mike, you know you love that reference.
Oh, yeah, the good old Alabama Southern Miss game.
I will
from
tell
years
you,
ago.
if Tyrone does not get hurt, I think Bama beats LSU, and that Alabama-Auburn game would have been for the right to go to the SEC title. I still think probably would have lost to Auburn because that game was not very close in 05. But if you would make the SEC championship the game that year, I wonder if that would have meant you got Saban, because you probably would have kept on Shula for another year instead of firing him.
And that was one of those things, too, with the pro throw out there. I always thought of him, if he'd have been able to stay healthy and not had that big injury, he probably would have been Percy Harvin before Percy Harvin.
And the fact that it happened on a play that did not matter when you were already up by 30 against Florida, as Thomas is going to go deep, and he just throws it up for grabs, and it's brought down in for a touchdown! Are you kidding me?
Elijah Tatum goes up with the strong hands. The wrestler for Smith Station. He's a qualifier on the wrestler team. Made state this year. He showed off that strength that time, the athleticism. Goes up, gets the hands, snatches the ball away for the touchdown.
Are you kidding me? Thomas.
Lochapoka arguing that the ball hit the ground. And the officials go out there, converse, and they say, nope, touchdown.
Elijah Tatum coming down with a big-time catch. He's had several of those today. Thomas throws it up for grab in double coverage. And I think we can say that is definitely a Moss, as he went and grabbed it over the head of a Lochapoka defender and took it in.
I don't know if I see somebody more prouder in the building. I look over to the right and see wrestling coach Tommy Sanders.
He loved every second of that game.
Oh, yeah. Here's one of his top wrestlers out here at Smith Station, able to make a big play on the football field to give him a 13-7 lead as we're under 3 minutes to go and Lochapoka takes over.
Yeah, Mike, the try no good, meaning Lochapoka has a chance to win it.
Yes, they can get a score and an extra point. Cruz Hall stays in the ball game for the Indians now, as he's been their best bet at QB on the day so far.
The deliberator, Brian Eason, is excited after that play. I think that's a great nickname for him.
Jubilation.
Richard, you just yelling out names, jubilation.
Like Joe Tessitore.
Hall looking left,
Cruz
pump fake.
Goes across the middle, caught and brought down. Cruz is going to have to hurry here, Mike, and here's the thing. Smith Station did not get the extra point. Lochapoka has an opportunity here.
Yep, and that was actually, I believe that ball was intended for another receiver, and the other one was coming across, a little bit of a crosser across the middle, and he was able to get in front of it and make the snag.
Can Smith Station defense, that's come up big all day, get a stop here? Cruz will roll to his right. Cruz looking, and that's going to be a coverage sack. Good stop there, Mike.
Yeah, I believe he may have rolled a little bit. I think they have a pocket they can roll to. As soon as he went outside right there where the official was standing, he went ahead and blew the whistle. So second down now.
It probably would have been blown anyway for 4 seconds.
Well, how do you
They've got to at least get to the 10-yard line here, 13-7.
1 minute and 18 seconds. Can Cruz Hall come up with a big play here? The freshman's been dynamic so far. And he caught that one, but kind of bobbled it. Mike, a minute left. They got to hurry.
Yes, they do. They don't have a whole lot of time left. They try to hurry and get the ball set, get down. Everybody get in position. We're under a minute to go here. Running clock in 7-on-7.
Check.
Trash talking going on the sideline. And Coach Harrison does not like that.
Nah, he's trying to
Which
get
is
his
why
guys
I love
to
Blair
calm
Harrison.
down.
He don't mind a little trash talking, but Cruz across the middle, and it is caught. It will be a first down, and he's saying, let's go, let's go, let's
30
go.
seconds to go here. They got to hurry up and get
Can
the
they
ball
get
off.
it in here and tie the game? Man, this has been a lot of fun. All Valley 7-on-7 on the line here. 25 seconds and counting. At the Impact Center on Smith Station campus. Cruz looking at his wrist, getting the call from his dad. Could be the final play. Cruz looking, over the middle, incomplete. They're going to have to hurry. Flag is down. A flag came out.
We'll get an untimed
Side
down.
judge.
That's what I was saying.
Ricky
Untimed
Cooper,
down.
side judge, throwing the flag.
We'll get an untimed
And
down now.
Listen, you know I got a nickname for Brian. I got one for Ricky Cooper. That's the instigator over there.
We get one more play, no time on the
One
clock.
time down.
The defensive penalty gets the untimed down for Lochapoka and Cruz Hall. It comes down to the last play of the game
Wow.
to see who comes home with the title here in the Impact Building at Smith Station. You see the coaches trying to get everybody in order here. You got to get the refocus here. Smith Station kids thought they had one coming off the sideline. Now they have to go back. Everybody has to re-engage for one more play.
For bragging rights at the All Valley 7-on-7. Right now, Smith Station doesn't have enough players out there. That's never good. Now they start to get aligned. Cruz in at quarterback. Cruz takes the snap. Rolling, got to get rid of it. Throws it up for grabs. It's caught in for a touchdown. And he ties the game at 13. Holy smokes, what a game. And now an extra point to decide it, or we're going to have sudden death.
You've got the 6'5" receiver out there. Just throw it up in the air, let him go up and get it, and that's exactly what he did. Shows off the height, hits the high point in the corner. And it's 13 all. It comes down to the extra point. Will they get the victory here? Will we have to see a little bit of extra time to get the title here in the championship match?
I'll tell you, that was an absolute dime.
Wow.
To tie the game.
Here is for the win. Are we going to overtime?
Cruz Hall impressive as ever at quarterback for an incoming
But
freshman.
at that right there, Mike, you're just saying my guy's better than your guy.
Yep.
Cruz to win it. Finds a guy. Almost intercepted and a big time stop. Smith Station's going to force overtime. This is where we should be going. Each team will have one play at the 5-yard line, and we'll keep doing it over and over again till a champion is decided.
Back and forth all day. You've got a Smith Station guy down on the ground. I believe he's probably just a little worn out after that play. It's been a taxing day physically and mentally. A lot of intelligence involved in 7-on-7, as well as the athleticism. And these kids have been going back and forth all day. Why not go to overtime in the last game of the day?
They got Hunter Ames here from Smith Station going crazy. He's about to throw off his shirt right now. He is going absolutely insane. All right, one play at the 5 for bragging rights. But, man, we've had fun here.
We have, man.
Shaw,
It's been a fun
Columbus, Smith Station, Harris County went down to the wire. There's been trash talking. This is why we are here and why we do what we do, guys. Fun, fun, fun. We need more of these in this area, and hopefully next year, when talking with Brian, maybe even more teams. There's only 6. Why not get the Brookstones, Bocelli's, the Calvary, 7-on-7, everybody's even.
Make it
Get
an
the whole
all-day
area.
affair. All-day affair, baby.
Let's see who the best 7-on-7 is.
You got all these kids, they want it. It's 7-on-7. It's not pads on the field, but it don't matter if you're an athlete. You're competitive. You want to win it no matter what you do. So these kids really want it here. Let's see if the 2A Lochapoka Indians could try to get a big upset here on Smith Station's turf, or Smith Station can come home, or actually just, they're already at home. Just bring home the victory here. Just open the door and set it inside the case. Looks like Smith Station is going to start off on offense first here. Again, like Thrift said, starting off, you get a play from the 5-yard line, and it goes back and forth.
That's it. All right.
And the windows are tight down here.
Now you got to start getting a little creative if you're Blair Harrison or Coach Hall. Can we get the camera on that guy right there? Because that is the orchestrator of this, the great Brian Eason. He put this together. We appreciate Brian. All right, here we go. One play from the 5, each team until someone scores or someone gets stopped. Thomas has it, looking, caught, touchdown. And guess who caught it?
Mr. Tatum.
And he's been that guy. All right, now Lochapoka's got to respond.
One play from the 5 to keep this one going. Now you see Cruz Hall and the offense come out here. Let's see if actually it's going to be Hayden Lipscomb or not. We'll see when they break the huddle, see who's playing the quarterback for Lochapoka here, as Cruz Hall was one who's led them with the 2 touchdowns so far late in the game.
Can the defense get a stop here? Just happened about 5 minutes ago, 19-13. They're counting that as a touchdown, Rich, instead of, which I thought they were doing 1.2 like college overtime rules, but they're not. And I think it's 2 points in college overtime rules.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
You go for
Whatever
the
it is,
2-point
it's
conversions.
nonsense, and I hate it.
Yeah.
Got to get rid of it.
Got to get
Cruz
rid of
Hall
it.
back at quarterback for the Indians here. They got Quads to the right.
Cruz, he's going to give up. And, hey, let's go to a second overtime.
Let's get some more football here today. Great atmosphere here at the Impact Building. You
Neither
look
team
around.
wants to lose, Mike.
I'm loving this facility right here, too, in Smith Station with the Impact Building.
And just so you know, we do not have a third overtime on the scoreboard, so it'll probably just stay at
OT.
OT2.
Or just OT. Don't forget, tune in later on this afternoon. We're going to be live from Chatco. We got Calvary Chatco basketball. We got Shaw Turner County basketball we're going to be doing. Later on tonight, Columbus Lion Coach Show from Poor Decisions. By the way, we hope everything's okay over in that area. I know Papa John's and Tai had to deal with some type of fire and delayed the opening of Poor Decisions. Poor Decisions okay. We will be there later on tonight. And then tomorrow, we're out of the Georgia Alabama Sports Live Show. Big Frosty's going to be in attendance. Richard had an interview with Kevin Eckelberry, and me and Frosty are going to talk about some of these local Georgia schools as Cruz will roll out, throw it, and it's going to be incomplete. Colin Thomas can win it here.
Comes down to the final play again here.
I don't really know where he was going with that, and I think
he was going for the guy that was running across the flat there near the goal line, just threw it behind him. Never even had a chance at making the catch.
I was thinking, Smith Station's got a chance to win it. They are the host of this. It got me wondering, why not the Americans? They're hosting the World Cup. Why can't they win the World Cup?
Rich,
I like the host chance.
the over-under.
I believe
of him bringing up a soccer
If Zlatan
reference.
thinks they can win it, I'm all right.
Ibrahimovic?
Yeah, Mr. Zlatan says there's a chance, so I think there's a chance.
Ibrahimovic, 1919. Here's for the win. Thomas has it. Jump ball wide open, and that will seal it. Smith Station's going to win the All Valley 7-on-7 here in a classic against Lochapoka, 25-19.
Great
What
game
a game.
today.
Wow.
Just a day all together. You see all these schools, Spencer, Shaw, Columbus, Lochapoka, Smith Station, Harris County, all put on a great showing today. It's been a great atmosphere here as Coach Eason, Brian Eason, helping putting on this event here in the Impact Building at Smith Station.
Well,
just a beautiful facility, beautiful event, beautiful atmosphere. Love every bit of it. I've been missing football for about 7-8 months now.
Glad that we got to be here. Glad that we got to do it. Thank y'all so much for watching. We'll take a quick break, and we may come back here with an interview. If not, we'll wrap it up here in just a little bit. All Valley 7-on-7. Smith Station takes down Lochapoka.
everybody. This is DJ Jones with the Sports Visions Morning Show for the best in local, regional, and national sports news. Weekdays from 6 a.m. to 9 a.m.
You can find the Sports Visions Morning Show on Facebook, YouTube. Also, you can listen to us on Apple and Spotify by typing in the Sports Visions Morning Show, and download the Sports Visions radio app right now in your app store today.
Sports Vision 92.1. We are your hometown sports guys.
And welcome back, everybody. Here is the 707 at Impact Building. I'm here with Cohen Thomas, Mr. Elijah Tatum, two of them that led the team to the win here against Lochapoka, the MVPs, co-MVPs, I guess you could say. Unless y'all want to, I don't know if y'all wrestle for it, he might win. So I don't know. He's the state qualifier here today. Cohen, you had a great day today out here today, showing off your arm. I know y'all are known for being able to running team, being more of a wing tee offense. How's it feel to come out here in 7-on-7, sling the pill around a little bit, get that arm going before the fall?
Yes, sir. I mean, it's nothing new. Like, we know we can do it. It's just not the base of our offense. It's nothing new. We know he can go up and catch the ball. We know we have the players to do what we do. So, I mean, it's nothing new to us, but nobody expected it of us.
Yeah, I'm kind of wanting to expect it now when it comes towards the fall. I want to see if Coach Harrison opens up the offense a little bit and give Mr. Tatum the ball out here in the open field here. You give me a couple of big plays downfield, going up, getting the ball, making a couple of moves across the middle to keep the ball going in order to get those first downs.
Yes, sir.
How's it feel coming out here and getting that win over a Lochapoka team who came up here and did a great job for a 2A school?
Yeah, they did good. They did great. You know, this is the usual. You know, we ain't come out here and we ain't do nothing special. We did what we usually do. We did what we produce. This is what we truly are. You know, even though we run wing T, we can definitely get lethal in the passing game.
Yeah, and I look forward to seeing it some with the 7A. I look forward to kind of getting that playoff push so far this year. Y'all have had a year under Coach Harrison at the helm. You know, he's a great coach. He's been around for a long time. What's one of the things you probably felt that the program is starting to build on with Coach Harrison leading this program so far since he's been in?
A culture and a standard, man. Like, everybody knows there's a standard and those rules have to be followed. There is no way around it.
And that's one of the things here. Again, I'm here with the co-MVPs of today's tournament, Cohen Thomas. Elijah Tatum led Smith Station to the victory. And we'll be back after this. We're going to roll it on through. Oh, and we're done here. I guess I'm just going off what Thrift is telling me at this point. So we're having fun here on Georgia Alabama Sports Live at the Impact Building with Coach Easton and all them, putting it on here with Coach Adam Johnson. We'll be back in just a moment here. We'll be back, actually, on Georgia Alabama Sports Live.
Welcome back, everyone. Great job in talking to the MVPs, Cohen Thomas and Mr. Tatum,
Elijah Tatum,
who had that touchdown there at the end. Had a lot of fun here. Learned a lot about some of these teams. Good seeing Bobby Peters, Columbus High, Robert Peters' son, getting some valuable experience. Harrison from Harris County, Coach Orpeza, seeing him, how that offense is going to look with him taking over. Spencer, obviously, Elijah Fudge. If you talk about statistically, him and Broughton Branch bring back the best statistics out of anybody returning next year. What are some of the things you learned here today?
I learned a lot about it. I like seeing some of these new teams come in, like Lochapoka. We haven't been able to cover yet so far this year, but being able to see guys like Dejon Peterson from Shaw come out here, throwing it around, getting a big one. They ended up getting that big third-place victory against Columbus High School just a moment ago before this one. But my main thing I took away from it was nobody sleep on Lochapoka this year.
No, 1A powerhouse.
Yeah, they were a running team last year, 3,200 yards on the ground, but with their freshman at quarterback, Cruz Hall, he looks like he's going to be something special coming up, so they might be able to throw the ball a little around. Valley, Lynette, all those guys better watch out this year come fall.
No doubt about it. And seeing Shaw, as you may mention, they look really good here today. Glad that we were able to be a part of this. Thank you to Brian Easton who put this on, and Joe Kegler. This was kind of his ordeal, and Muskogee County put it together, and then Smith Station hosted it, all in collaboration. Glad that we were able to broadcast it Football's almost here,
Yes,
guys.
it is.
Can you believe it? We're about a month away, maybe a little less than 2 months away. August 14th, Calvary, the only home game that week. We have one home game that Friday night. Brookstone and Pacheco's, all GLAA schools start before everybody else. All the public schools in Georgia and all the public schools in Glenwood and Alabama, they don't start till the 21st. August 14th, Calvary, the only home game. Can't wait to be there for that. From Mike Frost, I'm Thurp Banner saying thank you so much. We'll see you next time. Georgia Alabama Sports Live.